What you doing this hand thing? What's
going
on?
Like,
that countdown was like
I'm trying to post YouTube links.
It's too much pressure.
Don't we need promotion, guys?
Whatever you say, bud. Whatever
that's how,
you say.
Isn't that how Apple started? Like, hey, don't we need promotion?
Brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends.
Stop doing that.
First of all, let me tell you. When we were on Twitch, I never got so many offers from Twitch to advertise for something. Check out this, check out that. You know, new promotion available, new campaign available for Raid Shadow Legends, for Marvel Strike Force. I was like, I don't play these games.
I was like, I can't do the Raid Shadow Legends thing, bro. Like, I extra do not.
I'd rather see
fun of it too much.
See an ad for TFT, dog.
If I can get some Street Fighter Duel sponsorships, I'll be all about that. Be like, yo, play this game. That's the only fucking mobile game.
If you can get Mega Man sponsorships, you'd be all about that.
Oh, I would be I would be assaulting people on the street. Like, you heard about our Lord and Savior Mega Man? He was built by Dr. Light to save us from evil robots. What are these evil robots? There's Fireman. There's Elect Man. Don't you get Electric Man?
There's Bomb Man.
Like, don't you get Electric Man? Now they couldn't fit it in the pixels, so he's Elect Man.
Man.
We got Bomb Man. We got Guts Man.
You got Guts Man. You got
what's Guts Man? He just lifts really heavy shit and tosses it.
Yeah.
Like, how come all these other ones got real cool powers? Like, look, I ran out of fucking time. All right, I couldn't.
I ran out of time.
I don't know what more you want from me.
Wait. No, hey. We ran out of inspiration. we ran out of our creative plant, so we had to do that.
It's like looking at new Pokemon these days, where we got like lawnmowers and ice cream cones and nothing.
Bro, Pokemon today looks like Digimon.
Yo,
Pokemon today looks like Digimon, dog.
What's that one? There's a little trash.
You ain't wrong.
Trubbish, a little bag of trash.
Yo.
They just have basically like this big ass wall of just like a poster with like all these different pictures on it, and they just throw darts at it, and they're just like, "Yep, there it is." There's
and when you look, when they want to evolve it, right? When they want to evolve it, dog, they take it and put it in an AI generator and say, "All right, now make it evolve 3 times."
Oh my god!
Yo, dead ass, straight up. Now with Pokemon, it's like they just took random garbage together and just was like, oh, there it goes, new Pokemon.
They did. That's why there's a garbage bag Pokemon.
Oh man!
As a
no, it really
player,
is.
As a Pokemon player, I'm going to let y'all know I'm offended.
Be offended.
You should be the most offended that they.
I played Pokemon.
I can't roast it.
They betrayed you.
One. I mean, I skipped out on Black and White because
Wow.
They had me.
Those are actually
You're
good.
such a fan.
What?
You're such a fan.
They had me solidly through X and Y, and then I was like,
I also skipped out on Diamond and Pearl, but then I played the Diamond and Pearl remake. So,
bro, they had me. They had me hard through red, green, yellow.
So how'd you skip
blue.
like?
they had you. Never mind.
How'd you skip like the best one?
What?
Which was Black and White.
It wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah. What was better than Black and White? What was better than Black and
Fire
White?
red and leaf green.
Okay, so on
Come
that
on.
note, I'm going to say welcome everybody to Start Button Live. At this time, we are going to welcome you all to the show. I want to thank you all for joining us. I just want to say thank you very much. It means a whole lot to us, those of you who tuned in before. Those of you who were first-time viewers, we just want to extend our welcome out. We're going to be definitely 100% interactive. We definitely read all your comments. We try to respond to all of them. And so what we're going to do today is we're actually going to have quite a few topics of interest to discuss. So we're going to be talking about things like Cyberpunk and the day before, and that whole debacle. We're also going to go over a little bit of details of the Game Awards. But in the meantime, what I would like to do is I would like to introduce everyone. So starting to my right, we have Mr. Hustle Simmons. Go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
Yo, what's going on? It's Hustle Simmons, everybody. Steve Naismith, the gaming, here for controversial takes, I suppose. Although nothing more controversial than what Token just said. I'm
gonna be honest with you. I'm probably more controversial than you at this point.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. The shit you've been saying has been wild these past couple of weeks. I ain't gonna hold you. Really wild. Oh yeah, hustle underscore Simmons on every social mainly.
All right. So, moving forward to our next person, we have, our special guest who's not really a special guest anymore, but the Flying Raijin.
Flying right. We going Naruto with it. Am I on the Weeb show now too? Cool. Right. Nah, what's up? I'm Raijin or Raijin X. Most social media is a drop the X because some people randomly stole that from me years ago, and I don't understand why.
Oh, that's right.
That's why I started with Raijin, but whatever. I don't got anything to promote. I'm here, talk to video games with these guys, talk a lot about Mega Man. To just I can always skip the conversation back to the GOAT. Sometimes
look at the special guest cameo.
Oh, we got the special guest of the special guest, and this is Miss Leona. Name for League of Legends. Oh, she waved. That was perfect.
Kitty Cam.
All right. So moving everybody, that's Mr. Raijin X. Now we're going to move over to our technical specialist, Mr. Loom. We can't hear you. You just started talking to the air.
Okay, there we go. My bad. My name is Loom. Check the bottom. That's my tag. Find me everywhere. Twitch and PSN.
All right. Now we're gonna go over to our resident game specialist, Mr. Time Traveling.
Oh, hello. Hey, my name's John. You can find me on Twitter over at time_traveling. And eventually you'll find me over at Twitch at Time Traveling as well. Just here to hang out, talk games, and be a madman, apparently.
Actually, we kind of like madmen, so we encourage that. And last but certainly not least, Mr. Quiet Loud over there, Mr. Token.
Okay, first of all, Quiet Loud? What? We're gonna need an explanation. I'm gonna need an explanation for that. But anyway, SG Token or Token for short. I'm no longer the token black guy anymore because it's a room full of us, except for the one. It's okay though. He got invited to the barbecue. He's okay.
Well, does that mean he's the token white guy? We're not gonna go into this right now. Keep going.
No, he is not.
I mean,
he is our B Rabbit, all right? God damn it.
He's our B Rabbit. Here we go. Yeah.
That's who he is. He's our B Rabbit.
SG Token, like I said, Instagram _ KG Master Roshi. Same thing on Twitch. Same thing on Twitter. And grab some merch when you head into the Instagram. That's about it. I'm just here.
All right, cool. So now I'm going to move forward. And I have a question for all of you guys.
Hey,
right?
hold on. I feel some type of way.
We have had a conversation. There was a point in time earlier this week, and we know that video games actually have things like ratings. Every game that comes out over the past probably 15 years have been rated. Not every game, but for the most part, we as gamers look at reviews and ratings in order to determine whether or not we're going to purchase a game, whether or not a game is good, whether or not we feel that a game is for us, or if it's worth buying. That's how we make our buying decisions as gamers. Now, we talked about ratings and reviews previously, but the one question that I have for you guys is, we all know that when a game receives a 10 out of 10, it's labeled as a masterpiece. And one of our conversations that we need to have is, when it comes to gaming, what is a masterpiece? Is there a masterpiece criteria? What is a masterpiece? What does each one of us consider a masterpiece? How do we determine what a masterpiece is? Do we know a masterpiece the second it's released?
I think one of the main qualities that goes, because everyone's got their own, like, things they go back to, but I think one of the main things for a masterpiece, not even being a perfect 10, is like how many times can people go back to it without ever getting tired of it? I can think of like a bunch of games like that people like still like. I still know people that like. I don't think Skyrim's a masterpiece, but for how it impacted certain people, some like millions of people consider that a masterpiece. I know people that still make brand new characters in Skyrim. What we on 12 years later now? It's like, but no, like things like Ocarina of Time. People go back and play that. Or go play OG 64 version, not even the remake version on 3DS. I don't know. I think it's something that you can go back to, like without.
I'm about to tear your argument all the way up right now.
Oh god!
That's actually good criteria.
I'm about to tear your argument all the way up right now. All right, cool. So is Call of Duty a masterpiece?
You know that's not what I meant.
Wait, hold on.
You know that's not what I meant.
That feels
I mean,
forced.
you know what, Tones?
Oh, don't you?
Some people could consider it a masterpiece. Listen, man, it's a subjective thing. Masterpiece is a very subjective thing, first and foremost. Like, I love Chrono Trigger, right? There are people out there. It is a masterpiece, right? But there are people out there who would tell you it's dog water, right? Like, it's absolute trash.
Wrong, but okay.
They're wrong, but like
people are allowed to their wrong opinions, as we've said many times over the years.
Yeah, 100%. But like, you know, there's no world that I but like, if you want to talk about, and I would never argue. I would never argue personally that I look at Call of Duty as a masterpiece, but I can see the arguments to it.
Okay.
Like, you know, I could see them, but I would never make them personally.
What about Destiny?
Yeah. I don't personally think it is, but if someone wanted to call it a masterpiece, like, I think you could. Like, it changed, like, so, like, objectively, you could argue that Destiny changed the landscape of the games industry for a while. You know, like,
it's still changing the landscape
yeah,
of the
like,
games industry.
Like Destiny, much like Halo did, had a massive impact on the industry. Call of Duty's had a massive impact on the industry.
Correct. Genshin Impact has had a massive impact on the industry.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? That could be a masterpiece for some people. Like this is where, like, get into the nitty gritty of what makes a masterpiece in this conversation so interesting, right? Like, I think a masterpiece is something that has some form of an impact on the industry long term. It's something that a large number, or, you know, some number of people would view that as probably like their favorite game, no matter what other games come out. You know, like, I feel like those are some criterias there. Like, because like you can have. Sorry.
I was just gonna add in. I think it also has to be a game that people have been talking about for years, constantly. Like, it has to be
I feel like
we're talking about,
I feel like you trying to argue Call of Duty is a masterpiece.
I'm not.
We're talking. We're talking about
I should argue it as a masterpiece. It would be me.
Right. My point is that Call of Duty can get a 4 out of 10, and yet can still retain the same player base. It can still be talked about all year long. You can still convince people to spend $70 on a game.
I think that's a testament to the solid.
Are we talking about the franchise as a masterpiece, or are we talking about specific?
Hold on,
the essence
Tones,
of the
you're playing.
Franchise.
No, Tones here is playing some games, right? Because
He's trolling.
No, yeah, he's 100% trolling. But he's 100% trolling. But the big thing here, he's talking franchise. There are definitely individual Call of Duties, like Modern Warfare 2,
that are hot garbage.
No, what?
No, the OG one.
No, not Modern Warfare 2. No, I'm just saying there are some titles that are.
Okay.
Yeah, but there are individual Call of Duties within the franchise that are definitely masterpieces.
And this is what I'm saying. So his argument is that the game has to be talked about for years. All I said was like Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 2, the original Modern Warfare 2.
You know what the fuck I mean, though. Come on.
The first Modern Warfare, to me,
real quick, hold on. Because you keep twisting the meaning of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I said
I was going to tear your argument
going back to.
I just said I was going to tear your argument up.
But that had nothing to do with what I said.
But Modern Warfare 3 is a game people are going back to right now.
Because it's multiplayer. What the fuck do you mean?
For a year.
Because I have to define my implication. I'm talking about Metal Gear Solid, masterpiece. Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Which one?
OG Metal Gear Solid 1, like number 1. But they're all in their own way masterpiece, except 5 in Ground Zeroes. They're
Ain't nobody said nothing about Nintendo.
I mean, 5 is amazing, but just unfinished.
First one.
But no,
Nintendo was the first one. OG Metal Gear.
Metroid Prime
Twin
masterpiece.
Snakes.
That's what my thing was. Like, I can go back to these games 20. I can go back to these games 20, 15, 25 years later and still be like, damn, how does it still hit so damn good? That's what I'm talking about.
Like Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Even though I
9.
played the shit out of that game, Final Fantasy 7, I still enjoy the hell out of it, even on new playthroughs. Like
Final
OG.
Fantasy
GTA San Andreas. That's like, bro,
Yeah.
I played San Andreas I don't know how many fucking times, and I'll still play through it all the way again.
All right.
Without a doubt.
So let me present you with a little bit of a shock argument. Every GTA is a masterpiece.
I wouldn't argue that.
Every single one of them.
I wouldn't argue
And
that.
Red Dead.
Well, not 1 and 2.
And Red Dead.
Yeah, no, 1 and 2 is kind of
Yeah, not
Even
OG.
1 and
right?
2.
Nah.
People didn't know about 1 and 2, but when people found out about 1 and 2 on PC, the original 1, 2, and London 1989, or whatever it was, when they found out about it and what you could do, even that top-down GTA, it was big enough to be adapted into the 3D landscape. So
But 3 is
like,
what really changed the entire series altogether.
because
It
that's
basically
when the
changed the
series got
entire
known
gaming
to
landscape.
everyone. There was no
Everybody
promotion
wanted to be
of
GTA 3
in London. It didn't mean that they weren't great games.
Oh, I mean, I get that, yeah. But like, if you compare it to like, which you have to because same series. If you compare it to like 3 is like a whole. That was a game changer. It changed the industry forever. It
1 and
really
2
did. Like you can't deny the cultural impact that GTA 3 had. There's motherfuckers who've never played a Grand Theft Auto game, and 3 was their first game.
3.
Straight
There are
up.
many, but the reason why is because of the availability of the first 3 games. It wasn't available everywhere on everything. It wasn't mass marketed. It wasn't promoted.
Okay, so I have a question. Right? Is your argument to validate?
Do I have an argument? I was just tearing up his argument.
My argument's fine.
Is the point you're making to validate the popularity of that title of Grand Theft Auto, or to validate its works as a masterpiece?
To validate its worth as a masterpiece. The question and the actual topic at hand is, what is a masterpiece? In my personal opinion, when a game first releases, I don't know that it's a masterpiece. I know that it's a really good game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, a really good game when you play a really good game, a game that you have fun with, a game that you enjoy greatly. You know, like what a really good game is. But, you know, to me, just like when you look at art, when you listen to music, you can't really call an album a classic when it releases. We start to doing that now, but my view on a masterpiece is a game that can last the test of time. It is a game that you can go back to. It is a game that if somebody mentions it in 5 years, in 10 years, people remember it as, oh, that was a great game. That was a masterpiece. You know, if you mention, for instance, Cyberpunk 2077, for a majority of gamers now who have not played it recently, it's dog water. For those of us, and out of that 25 million players who have purchased Cyberpunk after, you know, Phantom Liberty's DLC or whatever the case, that game is great.
30 years later.
It's different.
Yeah.
That means 30
Right,
years
3
later.
years later. Now, Loon. All I'm gonna say is No Man's Sky. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a point. He's got a point. He's got a
You
point.
fuck with No Man's
got you there.
Sky from the beginning.
Got you there.
When we were saying no, you were like, nah, man, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. No Man's Sky is pretty good. I'm telling you, like, it's getting better. You were the one convincing us that No Man's Sky was getting better and it was worth trying again. We all tried it and was like, nah, this ain't it, bro.
True.
I'll
never said it was a
try. I'll
masterpiece.
try Star Citizen.
I never said that
honestly.
was. I never said No Man's Sky was a masterpiece. But what I'm saying is now Cyberpunk could be considered by those people as a masterpiece. I mean, to be honest with you, it's a redemption story. But we're gonna go into that a little later. So for now, the question is, what is the criteria for a game to become a masterpiece? And my criteria personally is a game that can withstand the test of time. It's something that when someone talks about it, or when someone mentions it, it rings in your mind. Like, for instance, it doesn't have to be a game that's universally liked by everyone.
Street Fighter 5.
No, Street Fighter 4
What?
more than 5.
Okay, all right. I'll
Honestly.
give you that.
And Street Fighter 3.
Marvel versus Capcom 2.
Street Fighter 3 is a masterpiece.
Capcom versus SNK.
Capcom versus
Capcom
Play
versus
2.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is broken as fuck.
It's still a masterpiece,
But
though.
see-
It's still
Yeah,
But
good.
yeah.
look
It's
what
still-
it did to the landscape of gaming. Look at you can't mention that game without somebody actually recognizing it. People don't even know that Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite existed.
True.
But at the same time, when you look at things like Cyberpunk, for instance, not everybody has to like a game that is considered a masterpiece. I can name one person right now who does not like The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Whoa, where?
True.
Where? Are they here?
Yes.
So,
Pick them out.
from process of elimination, it's Loon.
No, it's not
love
Loon.
that
No.
game.
No, is it you?
It's Mr. Hustle over
it's
here who said
Hustle?
he doesn't
Oh,
particularly like the Ocarina
oh.
of Time.
No,
I
he likes
said that-
Ocarina. He likes Ocarina of Time. He
Bro.
likes Majora's Mask more. I can
Okay.
answer for him.
That's
We know
really
each other like
my- that's
almost 30
really
years.
my-
I know the answer. It's like-
Exactly. He knows the answer. It's not that I hate Ocarina of Time. It's just Majora's Mask is a better game.
Okay.
Is
What?
Majora's Mask a masterpiece?
Yes.
Everybody
It's got
else?
one of the darkest stories in Zelda.
Yeah.
Everybody
I agree.
else?
I agree. Deadass.
I don't know.
Skullkid is-
My Zelda,
me
my Zelda
personally-
ranking is weird as shit. So I love all the Zelda games, but my rankings are weird. It's like out there compared to some people.
Are you about to say fucking what is it? Seasons or what is it?
Twilight Princess is my favorite.
Twilight Princess
Ah.
is pretty good.
I
Not
can
saying it's a
respect that.
masterpiece.
What I'm saying is that
My favorite is
personally-
Wind Waker. So
Oh, that was
Me
a good one.
personally, Majora's Mask
a lot of people didn't like
came
Wind
out
Waker. though.
right behind Ocarina of Time. Everybody knew the Ocarina of Time. It was almost
Breath of the
like
Wild was pretty good.
it was the GTA 3 effect. Literally, it was the GTA 3 effect. You get Majora's Mask right behind the Ocarina of Time, and then it changes the art style, and not a lot of people know exactly what it is. Not a lot of people picked up Majora's Mask the same way they picked up Ocarina of Time.
I think
Everything
I
in
think you're
Ocarina of
confusing.
Time to me was pretty
Wait,
good.
no, I think you're
Yeah,
confusing
Border
Majora's Mask with Wind Waker because Majora's
Josh-
Mask is literally the same. It's the same style as
It's the same.
Ocarina of Time.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think I think you're talking about Wind
they're,
Waker.
they're both on 64. Like Majora's Mask came out
Mhm.
like what 2 years after.
Yeah,
Ocarina of
it
Time?
was
Yeah.
like right behind it.
Yeah, and Wind Waker came out was that 02?
Yeah, that was
on
GameCube, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah, on GameCube.
Yeah, but that was the one that had the complete style overall.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't
and
talking
people like
about. I wasn't
people
talking
at the
about
beginning.
like, being cartoony.
I know what you're saying.
I was just saying, like it was like it wasn't like Ocarina. Like you had Majora's Mask. Like Majora was, you know what I'm saying? Like it was different. It was a different style of game, not art style necessarily.
Oh,
but it was a
that's what I
different
thought you
style
meant.
of game.
Oh,
Okay.
It changed things.
Yeah, with the whole time system and all that stuff.
all the masks and you
Yeah.
using the
Well,
masks,
look at
puzzles,
career
not,
ender
not
saying that
collecting
No Man's
items
Sky
and shit
was
like
pure
that.
trash.
yeah, I just said that. I ain't gonna lie. I would like to put out there.
We're not
I
gonna
would
let
like
him
to put out
tell you.
there. Tones.
I'm not.
I would like to put out there.
It's okay,
all
bro.
right,
I love
because
No Man's Sky.
I
Now.
seem to have a controversial opinion compared to everybody else. All right. I would like to add that
Oh, YouTube
Mario 64.
Cakes. Hold on.
I would like to put out that Mario 64 was a masterpiece.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's not an argument. That's not
Okay.
controversial.
Okay.
bro. Why do you think I bought that
We
fucking?
talking about-
He's like, I got the hottest take. Is as cold as Antarctica.
Oh, boy.
Which Mega Man you gonna put up there? Mega Man Legends?
No.
Wait, which Mega?
Yes.
Oh,
No.
hold on. Wait.
So basically, you're
You
asking
talk about Legends.
which Mega Man games do I consider
Legends was fire,
Basically,
but
what you're asking me.
All of them. We know all of them. But
No,
Yeah,
they're
no.
not. Mega
Battle Network. Like
Mega Man out of OGs, Mega Man 6 is a dud.
Yeah.
5 was kind of a dud too. They really could have stopped at 4 to be honest, but like because the story just kept getting like stupider. But I would consider 100% consider the first one a masterpiece, 2 a masterpiece.
Rockman and bass.
Oh, Super Nintendo. Oh man, and Game Boy Advance. That not a masterpiece. Mega Man X1 is 100% a masterpiece.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Mega Man 1 is a masterpiece. One of the best side scrolling and one of the hardest. And that game is still way too fucking hard. I got the collection.
Really was.
I got that collection. I was like, damn, I'm getting my ass whooped. I was like, I forgot how to play this game. I would like to say Mega Man Legends is a masterpiece, but it's kind of not. The controls are really clunky.
It's a little clunky.
The story isn't really the best. It's like, but I got good memories of it. But yeah, I would
You
say
don't think X4?
I would say X4, X1.
Okay.
Because X4 was the first transition into the PlayStation era. And
If
shit
you
like
just
that.
take away the
No,
really
Mega Man
bad
Legends
voice
was the first
acting.
one into the PlayStation era.
Nah, X4 was no 8. Wait, was X4 or Mega Man 8? I have to look it up. Hold up.
You know what's funny? I used to play Mega Man was one of the games I used to play with the volume down because I didn't want to get caught playing my video game. So half the times I didn't even know the fucking
Here's
voice
you can
character's
find
voice.
us every.
Now, Mega Man 8 was the first one on
Every week.
PlayStation, then X4, and then Legends came out a little bit after X4. So Mega Man 8 was the first one on PlayStation.
Okay.
Yep.
Bro, my first time playing Legends was on a PC and I loved it.
The
I
game was
played it
so
on
damn
PlayStation.
good.
I loved it.
And
I
it's
really
and the
did.
story's
Over there.
unfinished.
Yeah,
Right,
Yeah.
right. They can still pick it up. They can still pick it up.
And
That was
yet,
the-
and yet today, what is it? 20 something years later, the fan base is still clamoring for Mega Man Legends 3.
Yep.
Make it the fuck
Because-
happen.
we're an
Yeah.
angry people. All right.
Honestly, this fan base has been taking a beating, bruh.
I sit there every like what 9 months. Capcom does some little keynote, and I was like, I know I'm not getting shit. I'm still watching. And hope
Imagine.
thumbs up. It's like,
Bro, you realize we're getting a new Jet Set Radio before we're getting any new Mega Man X, any new Mega Man Legends shit.
Right.
I thought that was impossible to ever happen. We're getting a new Crazy Taxi before that. What the fuck? Y'all let Sega beat
Imagine,
you?
bro.
Look,
Can we change
Look, let me
topics,
tell-
please?
I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you like this. If Sega announces that they about to put out a new console, Capcom better shut them damn doors, yo. I don't want to hear shit else from them.
Bruh.
Straight up.
So
Yeah.
are we all in agreement that a masterpiece is a game that withstands the test of time, or
Yes.
do we
Yeah,
think that
yeah.
there are other criteria for a game to be a masterpiece? Because, like I said, when you look
Well
at
received.
when you look at IGN's 10 out of 10 rating, they call it masterpiece. There are even articles out there now that are calling certain DLCs masterpieces, etc. So,
I don't
like
disagree
Elden
with
Ring is considered a masterpiece.
It
that.
is.
I don't disagree with that.
You know,
I wouldn't argue against
that.
it.
Year old.
But From Software in general makes games that last test of time. We even go back and talk about From Software's OG Armored Core, not even just the new one. It's
Yeah.
like I don't think that's one of the studios that like we're gonna make some people are gonna talk about. It might not sell the best, but some games like say Armored Core 6, the new Armored Core was great, but I don't think it sold that crazy well comparatively.
It's still better than other Armor Cores
Yeah.
have done,
Let's-
which is crazy. Because I was seeing so much info and I was like, wait, what?
Well, you got to remember that those niche markets are no longer niche. The
Yeah.
Souls market was niche. The Armored Core market was niche. The Monster Hunter market was extremely niche. These are
Bruh.
games that sold and were
Monster Hunter
produced all the
small.
time, but they didn't have that worldwide popularity. And now all of a sudden, boom. You know what I'm saying? Monster Hunter World gave out awards and DLCs just for hitting 6 million users, like having sold 6 million copies. Rise
I mean,
did the same thing.
look at Shin Megami Tensei. That used to be like niche
That's-
as hell.
that
was
And
the
it's
niche
fucking
of the
Only
niche.
how mainstream Persona is.
Yeah, it was the niches of the niche.
You find me one person outside of
Yeah.
like me and Eric that had played Persona 1 and 2.
Me?
And you. That's it. That's it. No one else has played 1 and
that's
2.
still half of the
My
people
older brother
that
has
are
too.
here.
I
But
actually
come on, we play RPGs.
Right.
I wasn't aware of Shin Megami Tensei or Persona until 5.
yeah. I've started Persona 3.
When I tell you I played every single
let-
Shin
let
Megami
Tom say what
Tensei
you, bro.
game.
Oh,
I didn't hear. My bad. Go ahead.
Oh, you're good. I'm just saying I've started Persona 3.
You might as well just wait and restart in
Just wait
February
for the
when the
remake.
remake comes out.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah,
can remake it now.
yeah, the remake's
Honestly.
coming out. Just go ahead and do that. Yeah, for real. For real.
Wait, what?
They're
about to
do
they're
that.
remaking
They're
Persona
doing a
3 in the
remake.
Persona 5 engine.
God damn it.
Yeah, so
I know.
You watched the Game Awards with us. You saw the trailer.
if you got
I
something else in
missed
the
it.
backlog, you might want to just swap to that and just wait for
Yeah.
the
Yeah, honestly.
You think I comprehended that? Man, I was distracted probably.
There we go.
To be fair, you had every right to like shut your brain off during that thing because
Yeah. But I was gonna
We're-
say,
I mean,
like,
obviously
I
at the
played-
top,
We're gonna get into that in a little while, but
Yeah,
for right
like
I
now,
said,
I was gonna say, like-
a Power Stone.
yeah,
Yes.
that's what I'm using as
Yeah,
Power
Power
Stone. But thinking
We're not
about
getting into it.
Power Stone, right? We can think of games like Power Stone. We can when somebody mentions the Dreamcast, for instance. You know,
Yeah.
Dreamcast wasn't really a success of a system, but you automatically think of certain games. Power Stone being one of them.
Sonic Battle.
What is that?
Sonic Adventure.
Sonic
That
Battle.
I know.
Well, Sonic Adventure
Yeah.
2, and then they ported it.
And it
Time
and it ported it. Yeah, it made it Sonic.
Soul
Sonic
Calibur
Battle.
1.
Yeah.
Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2.
Fantasy Star Online.
Fantasy Star
Oh.
Online. Yes. Thank
And
you.
these
know what?
games
Oh man.
may be considered masterpieces. Here we are,
Yeah.
20-something
Fantasy
years
Star
later.
is dead a masterpiece, bro.
20,
It's a
21 years
masterpiece.
later, and we're still talking about it. We still like these are the first things that come to memory. These are
Let me
the
tell
good
you.
experiences that we have off of that console, even though they may not have gotten a 10 out of 10. So a game, I mean, I guess my what I'm saying is that a game doesn't necessarily have to get a 10 out of 10 to be considered a masterpiece, but is every 10 out of 10 game a masterpiece?
Mm.
Let me tell you.
Oh, sorry.
Not good. Go ahead.
Sega
Tom.
doesn't get enough credit for the fact that they are really the original people who started online gaming as a thing on consoles. People like to attribute the Xbox to that. Nah, that was the Dreamcast did that way before the Xbox did.
It did.
And no one gives Sega credit for that shit at all. Granted, yes, you did it on a dial-up modem, but still, it was the first. No, but for real, though,
You
it was
had to
the
start
first
somewhere. You had to
console.
start somewhere.
It was the first console that really implemented online gaming out of every other console at the time, and no one gives them credit. All I'm saying is Sega gets robbed.
I was saying let
I mean,
time,
it did come out.
I was saying let time
No,
travel go because
Xbox.
I found something interesting to ask after he finishes his point real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Man, I forget what I was gonna say, so come back to me.
No, I was gonna say I just brought up since it's the biggest game site in the world, IGN. I found that every game IGN's given a 10. So we're gonna rapid fire and say yes or no is masterpiece.
I remember what I was gonna say.
Okay, you go ahead
Real quick. All I was gonna say is, I think for that you have to first answer the question: do you really care what journalists have to say in terms of reviews? Like, we've been over this. I like, for me, it would have to be a journalist that I really respect. Like, it would have to be someone who, like, when I listen to them talk, I feel like they are honest about reviews. Because, like, some people will give a higher score for something just because they love the franchise. That's one of the reasons why, like, I don't think ratings are always probably a great way to base masterpieces. I think more the conversational piece that you've all been talking about would be probably a better base metric.
Okay, you know I can't
I
stand
mean,
it.
I kind of agree with that because I don't necessarily trust.
Sorry about that, Tom.
I don't necessarily trust. I don't necessarily trust all reviewers to give honest opinions when everybody has different opinions. And when it comes down to their opinions, you know, I know like there was, you know, controversy back in the day about certain places taking payola and things of that nature. I'm not putting that on anyone, but in the past that could have skewed what we were receiving as reviews, especially for games that we as the public may not have viewed as that good.
I mean, when it comes to reviews, it's I like to run them by my own opinions and see if they kind of align with what I'm also thinking and what everybody else is thinking too. Like let's go with, obviously it's probably on the topic tonight. The game that literally just got a fucking 1 out of 10, and everybody unanimously is just like, this game is trash.
Yeah, that's we're gonna talk about that later.
Like, but I'm saying like,
but we can talk about
that's
King
where
Kong.
everybody just kind of aligns with. That's where everybody's kind of aligns with. Yeah, that game is bad.
Did you just
Same
bring
with
up King Kong?
Yeah, King Kong.
or
Everybody
Kong Island.
unanimously, both
The movie.
gamer and journalist is
video
like,
game,
yo,
yeah.
this game is trash. Like no
Yeah.
one's arguing against those things.
Like,
But I get what Time's saying, but it's like half and half for me, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
if-
I mean,
if
I
that's
think
the-
it's a good tool to use, but don't let that be your
entire guidepost.
correct.
No, certainly not.
Yeah, well, like, really, the heart of what I'm saying is just like something being rated a 10 out of 10 isn't going to be something that just automatically gets put into my bracket of masterpieces. Like there are probably plenty of examples of games that were 10 out of 10s that were really great games for the year, or even for 5 years within that range of like, hey, this is a really good game. But people might not talk about them as much anymore. Like,
You know what? I think that we should allow. I think we should allow Ryzen to go over the list so we can see if we agree.
So to Ryzen's
okay.
point.
I agree with that, yeah.
Since IGN's the biggest site, that gets the most eyes, so this is what most
IGN,
people
GameSpot.
see as masterpieces. So most recent 10 out of 10, Elden Ring. I think we agree. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's already getting interesting with the 10 out of 10s. Forza Horizon 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a 10 out of 10.
They gave that a 10 out of 10.
No, I agree with that. I love that.
Oh, you
game.
do. Even though you know,
I did not
every
get to
time you
play
played
it,
the
so
game, you got
I
black
have no-
screen because you didn't update your controller.
That's so dumb. That's so dumb that is a thing. That's so dumb that is a thing. Why does my controller do? It's so stupid. I'm not gonna hold that. I'm not gonna hold that against the game. That's a Microsoft design thing. I don't know much. It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't
Well,
cause a game to black screen.
He's rated so much he lagged.
He's rated so much he
That's
lagged.
why I got mad at him because he's talking about them. They was about to kick him up out of here.
All right. I haven't played Horizon 5, so I don't got an opinion.
Horizon
This
5 was good.
Next one.
You got Game Pass.
Next one, hell no. Deathloop. They gave
Well.
I didn't know this till I looked at this article. They gave Deathloop a 10 out of 10.
It's more like a
No.
9, maybe
No.
an 8 and a half. I enjoyed it. I like.
I'm not-
You hate arcane games.
I at least try them and find out that I hate that studio. Actually, real quick, while we're talking about that,
I mean, listen,
how
if
they
you're
gonna do
gonna
my boy Blade like that? How are we doing Blade like that? I
Bruh.
was so angry. I know we're gonna get to that. I'm sorry.
We can talk about Blade and the trailer later. Matter of fact, we can show some of the trailers for the Game Awards for some of the anticipated games. But for now, you know,
moving on. All right,
Yeah.
just go. Let's see him. The final cut.
I didn't play it, so I can't say.
what is it?
Just go.
Oh,
Let's see him.
This I didn't play it. I matter of fact,
Wait. What would you say? What'd you say?
Disco Elysium.
Oh no,
I heard
Spelunky
great
2,
things about it.
no.
That's
Spelunky
not a
2.
masterpiece.
Crusader Kings
What?
3.
To be
Yeah,
honest,
Never,
Yeah,
didn't
I
play
would-
it.
DK 3 is amazing.
Yeah,
It's a masterpiece.
I would say that's good.
I wouldn't know. I really wouldn't know.
You were
Like-
just playing it.
What?
Crusader
Crusader.
Kings 3.
Oh, that's what you're saying. My bad. I was reading stuff. I was
reading.
reading sorry. I was reading my icons folder with my games, and I was reading one, and then he said something, and I read that, and then immediately thought of that. Like I was looking at Hood, Outlaws, and Legends.
No.
Yeah, that's why I said no.
definitely no.
Yeah.
Flight Simulator 2020.
Didn't play it.
I think
I don't know.
I think
I heard stories about that.
I think for the target audience, it might be considered a masterpiece.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Flight Simulator
Yeah,
is
okay.
exceedingly realistic.
Yeah, I think for the audience that game caters to, it is a masterpiece. Yeah.
And it's
I'm not gonna
Just
argue.
like just like Farm Simulator.
Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah, I'd definitely say so.
I've heard very good things about it. I haven't played it, but I've heard very good things about it.
I played a bit of Last of Us Part 2. I
Just-
don't like horror games, but
Just ignore the people who got mad over certain
The
things that
funniest part,
happened in
people
the
got
game.
mad about lives too. Because I remember I played that game. I was like I would say probably like half of this leaked spoilers was just not in the game. I was like, what the
Yeah,
this is weird. Overwatch, but specifically when they updated it in 2020.
No.
I was like, what?
No.
Overwatch
No.
in 2020 was actually really well played.
I abstained.
It was, but I wouldn't call it a masterpiece.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
But
Would you consider a
Overwatch-
masterpiece
remember,
when you consider a masterpiece when that let's say 6 months to a year after it came out, and then it was the hottest thing to play multiplayer.
Yeah.
well,
Yes
that
or
was
no?
when
You mean-
everybody could copy the same hero over and over again. So
Yeah.
the 2020 hustle, if you recall, that was
That's
when
when they
we were
switched to-
playing.
That's when they switched
Yeah.
to a 5-man team.
That was when they
Yeah.
Was
they
it?
didn't switch to 5-man until 2022.
Oh, I thought it was like
Yeah.
for some reason.
Yeah, that was 2022. 2020 was when we all played. It was me, you, Killer BH.
Oh wait,
That's-
you know what?
that's 2020 Overwatch.
Yeah. You know what? 10 out of 10 though. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know why they.
I mean,
would
I did
repeat-
have fun with Overwatch 2020 though. I will say.
Persona
we
5
played pretty
Royal.
hard.
Yes,
yeah.
masterpiece.
What
Ended
is it?
right there.
Persona 5 Royale. Yeah.
Now you know good and well. I'm gonna say
Ended-
yes to that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Man,
I'm
I
fine
agree.
with that.
3, 4, and 5 were masterpieces, and Devil Survivor. So yeah,
I don't got no VR experience, but they gave Half-Life Alyx a 10 out of 10.
I keep hearing that.
I
I've
don't.
heard,
I don't.
I've heard that.
Next
I got
one,
no
we-
horse in this race, bro.
Next one we can all say yes, Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
The next couple ones are like pretty obvious. God of War 2018, yes.
Yes.
Celeste, that came out 2018.
Didn't play it, but I hear good
Celeste
things.
is a great game. I don't know if I give it a
don't
10
know
out of
anything
10
about
though.
it.
Yeah, it's a fun, like, if you're looking for that old side scroll platformer with like some cool mechanics. For that,
Even Quan said, Overwatch. No, it was fun, but not a masterpiece.
thank you.
But-
Yeah,
No, IGN gave it a 10 out of 10. So what's
Super
next?
Mario Odyssey.
I
yeah.
haven't
agree.
played it, but a lot of people have talked about it.
Oh yeah.
And you know, they always come out with a Super Mario with every new console.
Here's,
But it was,
here's what I gotta
Super
say
Mario
about
on the
Odyssey.
but the
Here's what I gotta
function
say about
was
Odyssey.
different.
Odyssey is like if you took Super Mario 64
Yep.
and made it bigger in scale and increased the graphics, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's why I love Odyssey. Odyssey reminds me so much of 64, and I'll look for that.
I can see that.
Next one,
Mhm.
Undertale.
Undertale. All right. So let
I
me.
didn't do it.
All right. You ready for this one?
He's about to troll us.
Meme
I'm
game.
Not this time.
Okay.
Undertale is a masterpiece for the same reason that Baldur's Gate 3 is a masterpiece.
Because of the freedom that the players
The
have.
freedom of choice.
Okay. All
You
right.
Oh,
can
yeah,
play
true.
that game any way you want to get to the ending or get to an ending. You can go a
Yeah.
complete pacifist route and still complete the game.
Damn.
That's a harder way to go, too.
It's extremely hard, but you
Yeah.
can do it. You can like
I'll agree.
anything that
I
you
can
do
see that.
in that game.
I can see that.
I'll agree after because I
Bro,
go to them
said,
two
bro,
people-
said, bro said you could play the game and be an innocent bystander and still finish.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
What was
Although
after
that- although that
Undertale?
fan- I was gonna say that fan base was toxic as hell when that game came out though.
That was, you know what? Like that was the entire reason I still haven't actually gotten like very far in it because I just wanted to avoid that game because of how.
Toxic the fan base is.
Yeah, well, it's just like at the time people were just like, "This is the next Chrono Trigger," and I'm just like,
Oh no, I think it won the game FAQ's best game of all time thing. Like 3 months after it came out, I'm like, okay,
Over Earthbound?
Right.
it's like, yo, we need to. I was like, I'm not saying the game's bad, but we need
But
to.
what you're saying is, whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out
I'm
the
not.
knife.
Exactly.
That ass tones. I
It's
just
like, it's been 2
explained that
months since
joke
the
to my
game
girl
came out.
over the
That's what it-
weekend. She never saw that video, and I showed it to her, and I explained it, and now it's a thing.
I use it all the time. I use it all the time. You can
Calm
ask
down,
any one of
Jamal.
these guys. I use it all the time.
Calm
Whoa,
down,
calm
Jamal.
down, Jamal. Don't pull out the
Next,
knife.
next one, just to get so we can get through it with next.
It's
one.
iconic.
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Even though I got my issues, yeah,
Reluctantly, yes, I guess.
I did.
Oh, wow.
I did not play Inside. It's the other game that the guys from Limbo made.
I'm
I
not
never played it.
playing
Mhm.
it.
I didn't
They
play
gave
it.
that a 10 out of 10. I also didn't play The Witness. They gave that a 10 out of 10.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't even know what that is, so I don't
Me neither.
consider the
It's a
masterpieces.
puzzle
because they're
indie
not.
game. Metal Gear Solid 5.
No.
Yes.
No.
Metal Gear
it's
Solid
not
5
finished.
was
It
actually
is not
pretty
finished.
good.
Whoa.
Wait.
Metal Gear
Five.
Solid 5 was
You
the
are
one in the
right.
desert.
Yeah,
You are
No, we're
no.
talking about 5.
Five is not complete.
4? Yes. 3?
Yes.
Yes. 2?
Yes.
Yes. Even 1?
1, yes. 5, no. Because that game is not finished.
Nah.
They might have
Okay.
finished it now. didn't they?
It's the weirdest thing is
No,
that there's,
it's never going
not
to be finished.
finished, but there's also too much fluff in the game that doesn't mean any goddamn thing.
All right.
couldn't-
Hey,
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So I got one. All right.
Nothing.
They pad out
Mass
the
Effect.
time with that
Mass
game.
Effect 2.
Well, it might be on the list. So let's see.
It's not on
let's
that
see
list.
what- He's just reading IGN's list. of
GTA
10.
5,
Yes,
Of course.
Yeah.
GTA 5.
Last of Us,
easily.
Yeah.
Yes.
Skyward Sword. They gave it 10 out of 10.
Yes.
I can see that.
Yes.
Uncharted 3.
Yes.
I can see that too.
I didn't play it.
Uncharted were extremely fun. I played them all.
Pac-Man Championship Edition. The crazy
I don't know
ones when
anything
they.
about it.
Like old school Pac-Man?
Yeah, remember
No,
that one they
Pac-Man
came out with
Championship
on
Edition that came out in,
360
like,
PS3?
2021 or
Is that the one that was like
No.
open
It was a
world?
few years ago though.
No, it was
like-
the one that had all the crazy like scoring effects that like
Yeah.
give you a seizure.
Oh,
like
it was
that.
a
I was
remake.
thinking about the I was
Yeah.
thinking about the Pac-Man. That was, like,
I
open
did not
world and
play
shit,
that.
like actual 3D and open world, kind of like Mega Man Legends.
Oh, that's Pac-Man World.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yes.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Mario Galaxy 2 is next.
they always consider Mario Galaxy.
Oh,
They always
yeah.
want to get Mario
Yeah.
Galaxies up there.
No,
So,
Galaxy 2 is great.
GTA
Yeah.
4.
GTA.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
Yes.
every
yes.
GTA is considered a masterpiece at this
Still,
point.
still
Keep
one
going.
of my
Gear Solid
favorite.
4.
Metal Gear Solid. Yep.
Yes.
And then,
Yep.
then we got like a 9-year jump to the last one because they're going like chronologically most recent. Pokemon Red and Blue
Yep.
Yes.
I won't argue that.
and Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Hold on. Time out.
Look,
Time out. Time
Look,
travel
that was
has
not on
something
the
to
list.
say.
That
This
was not on the
phrase
list.
told it all.
Wait, what's that?
How could you not say Ocarina?
No, I was just saying Ocarina of Time
No,
was
no,
the
no.
first. 10
Time traveling has something to say about Pokemon Red and Blue.
No,
Oh.
it was just like that time jump. It was just
Oh yeah,
like
Yeah, they,
9 years. It's like, wait.
so yeah,
Yeah.
their first 10 out of 10 was Ocarina of Time in 98. The
Yeah.
second one was Red and Blue in 99. And then the next one wasn't until Metal Gear Solid 4 in 2008. So they're saying
because they didn't start doing reviews and ratings until then.
mm.
Like that, they weren't consistently doing that.
yeah. But yeah,
But for
that's all
9
the 10
years though.
Yes,
Damn.
because
it's
remember
just-
you had
No,
things
I
like
think-
Game Informer, and
Right.
there were
I-
other game publications.
I hear you.
Oh, okay.
But like, it's just crazy that like Red and Blue, 9-year jump.
That there
Metal
wasn't
Gear
a 10
Solid
out of
4.
10 during that time?
Yeah.
Red and blue.
Like,
Yeah,
there
I
wasn't-
mean-
like there was just nothing interesting in 9 years. They were like, we have to go
Well-
ahead and we have to get on that shit. It's
There-
just crazy.
Look, there
I
was
don't
a
know
there was
what
a, there was a
the
couple of
concept
9.5s and a couple of 9s in between that time frame.
I mean, there were probably
wasn't-
some
there
reviews
wasn't no
in that
10.
time. There were just no 10 out of 10s.
It's
Yeah.
just crazy. 9 years, but like 9 years versus like the rapid fire 10 out of 10s we're getting now.
Yeah.
Like, is game development really that much? Are games really that much better, or like given how many games
mean-
we've disagreed with, are they just handing it out easier now?
I mean, I
I
can
sound
think,
like
I can
it
think of a
sounded to
couple
me like
of
they handed it out easy.
I can think of 2 games of 10 out of 10 I would say in that time frame.
Which ones?
Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh yeah.
An
Mass
MMO
Effect.
getting a 10 out of 10.
Mass
No,
Effect?
no,
No,
the OG,
just being an
the
Old
OG
Republic.
BioWare.
Oh, that's
Knights
the
of-
Old Republic. Sorry, Knights of
Yeah.
the Old Republic.
Yeah, Knights
Mass
of the
Effect
Republic.
2.
Mass Effect 2 was 2009 or 10, so it wasn't in that gap I was talking
Oh,
about. But yeah,
okay,
in that gap, yeah, the OG Knights of the Republic
and Mass
Effect 1 was in that time frame.
Yeah.
Halo.
Yeah,
What?
well, we had Halo 1, 2.
that's true.
and
Halo
3 in that
1.
time. We had Halo 1, 2, and 3 in that time.
Damn.
Why is Halo? Wait. I thought they gave Halo 1 a 10 out of 10.
Nope.
Really?
Damn.
I think they gave it an 8.
They did.
Or maybe it's
That's
no.
easily a
I
10.
think-
But we can
the
all, I think we
original-
can, that's
I
what I'm
think
saying.
the
We can
original
all
Modern
agree
Warfare got an
OG
8.
Halo is a 10 out of 10.
I'm telling
It
you,
changed
like,
it.
I feel like games. Listen, this is just the old man yelling at the clouds talking here, but I feel like games journalism used to be a lot harder to actually score.
It was.
Just to score
Mhm.
well. I feel
It
like
was.
once upon a time, there used to be a harsher standard. I don't know why it's gotten easier.
I mean, they gave them 9s out more, but
They
Games
gave
got easier.
Halo. They gave Halo 1 a 9.7 out of 10. Bro, just round it
What?
off
Just
to a
give
10.
it a 10.
Just give it the 10, bro. You
Give
round
it a 10.
9.7? Just
Somebody was petty.
Let's round
Somebody
it
was
up.
being petty. Somebody was being petty.
That's
It's like-
10.
It's
So,
like
like,
when Derek. It's like when Derek Jeter was being voted in the Hall of Fame. There was that
Wait.
one douchebag from Boston. It's like, nah, he's not a Hall of Famer. It's like, bro, seriously. He's like, you should be voted off the damn committee at that point.
Nope.
Like, I get-
No. Well, you know who's not getting voted in? Derek Jeter.
He's like,
You
all
know,
right,
like
well, he's like, all right, well, the 99 other people think that he's going in, so I think he's going in.
That's all
Oh man.
I'm saying. Like,
you know we
are
can't hear
lagging.
you, Hustle.
Bro,
Because,
you are
you know,
bro. What's
You're
going on? Are you
doing
raging?
multiple
Hustle's
things and it's
lagging.
taking your bandwidth.
Re-
And he's
No,
gone.
we
And
Anyway,
he's gone.
And he's gone.
now,
He choked his
since we're
bandwidth
talking
down.
masterpieces, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to address the next topic because now that we've got the introductory question out of the way, what I would like to say is that I want to talk about this redemption story that is Cyberpunk 2077. So there have been articles about it there have been articles and things of that nature that have been coming out. And the thing about Cyberpunk 2077 is it came out 3 years ago, back in 2020, around the time that the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox released. And at this point, Cyberpunk 2077 has now gotten its first Game Awards award. And it took 3 years and a whole redemption story as well as DLC before they even got there. Many regarded this as a trash game. It was so bad, people were actually getting their money back from Sony. Sony does not open up their pockets and give refunds for anything. So 3 years later, we actually have like a rebirth, a refresh. So I actually want to say, like, there was an argument that, you know, there have been masterpiece level updates in Cyberpunk, but at this point, what do we think of this redemption story? What do we think of Cyberpunk's revival, CD Projekt Red, and the effort that they put into making sure that this game delivered what they said it was going to deliver, or this game actually turned out to be a good game?
I feel like the masterpiece update is so few and far between with games like that. Like, it's like obviously Cyberpunk's up there. You can say No Man's Sky had a masterpiece update because that game was arguably in rougher shape than Cyberpunk when it first came out, besides like the technical issues.
I say the story. The story was a masterpiece. That was some top tier. Like, I give CD Projekt all the props. It just the way they.
Hey, Lou,
came
let
out
me
was
before you continue.
inexcusable.
I can only see myself.
Yeah, the video's on like standby, only showing tone right now. There we go.
I'm sorry. Y'all could. Yeah, everybody was still on group. But yeah, CD Projekt Red, Cyberpunk, when it first came out, it had problems, but the story was top tier. Like the whole first person aspect and how they stuck with it without the third person thing, and the cutscenes and how the main character V would interact with other side characters and stuff like that. Like, that was some top tier shit. But I don't agree with them getting that reward 3 years later.
Yeah, because typically, correct me if I'm wrong, usually the ongoing game was typically like it wasn't always like games like live service games. It was usually like MMOs or some. I'd have to look at the award history for that game, but it was weird that they gave it to like a single player RPG that just happened to get an update. I mean, like other games that got expansions didn't, besides MMOs, didn't like get that or get DLC. So it was definitely a weird like. Why are you getting this award again? It's a little weird.
I mean, that particular award, I could see that. No Man's Sky, I would maybe consider an ongoing game because they're constantly updating it.
So, for 2022, the nominee Final Fantasy 14 won it. Right. Apex Legends was nominated. Destiny 2 was nominated. Fortnite was nominated, and Genshin Impact was nominated.
All ongoing games.
Yeah, all ongoing games that get constant updates.
Yeah. I'm trying to look into 2021.
Yo, Genshin just had their most recent update last month, huh?
But I mean, Warframe to the game, right? Like Cyberpunk was fixing bugs that whole time.
They were fixing bugs, but they were all they probably got put up there because of the DLC. And again, that I feel like that's the only way that they would qualify for anything this year was because of Phantom Liberty, because they put out.
So I would say, if I'm gonna steel man them for a second, I would say the amount of work they put into the updates to get the game to where it's at, even the base level, I would argue that is the level of work you would see from an ongoing game. Just like that was practically having to develop the whole ass other game for the cost of what they sold originally. So like on top of developing the expansions and stuff. So like from that perspective, in terms of like just going off of the work they had to do, I could see a case.
Well, okay, so I got a question with that. So
holy crap!
The
you know what?
2.1 update. If you take that out and you leave just the expansion, the new expansion, you can still say you feel confident that same comment.
Well, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? I was looking up history on the award.
Yeah. So without the 2.1 up, I mean 2.0 update.
2.0. Well, Phantom Liberty 2.0 came right after 2.0.
Yeah, 2.0 was just a free update they gave to the base game. You had to buy it.
There was never a world where 2.0 didn't happen and Phantom Liberty happened.
Because even 1.6 did a lot of fixing.
Yeah, like 1.6 did a lot of fixing. Like they've been fixing the game ongoing for the last 2 years, 3 years. Like they've had several major patches, and like they don't have microtransactions or anything to back it. They don't have like in-game stores. Like this is just them fixing their mistakes.
They even put out a roadmap when the game came out.
All right, so real quick, looks like 2020 the award wasn't even a category yet. 2021 it went to Final Fantasy 14. 2022 it went to Final Fantasy 14. I'm gonna be real. If it was between Final Fantasy 14 or Cyberpunk, I'm fine with Cyberpunk getting it.
Yeah, it looks like I found 2020. I found 2020. It was No Man's Sky for 2020.
All right, cool. Thank you.
2018 was Fortnite.
Why am I not seeing it here? Oh, there it is. I found it. Thank you.
And then 2017 was Overwatch. 2016 was. Cool. I don't think it was the category 2016. So he started in 2017. And the first one was Overwatch.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm okay as far as the work that was put in to Cyberpunk, the things that they've changed, the patches. Like I said, they had a whole roadmap. I'm okay with them getting an award. I think that it's a really good game. I'm playing it again. I'm not even at this point in my life a big fan of FPS games. And so now I'm actually going through Cyberpunk once again and giving it the good old college try. So, we'll see how that works out.
To be clear, I'm still not sure if I would consider it an ongoing game, but I can see the argument for it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like with the work put in, I'm okay with them getting the award. Like if it was just kind of one of those things where they dropped it, and then they got the award just because they put out a DLC or like if that's the case, why didn't Monster Hunter World or Rise and their DLCs get it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like
because that's not sexy news. You gotta talk about CD Projekt Red. You gotta talk about the Grand Theft Autos. You gotta talk about the Call of Duties.
Yeah, man. You gotta give the people what they want.
It's like, oh look, Capcom doing good stuff for the past 6-7 years. That no one cares about that. It's like, besides Marvel's Capcom.
Dragon's Dogma.
That was.
I mean, it was a long time ago, but next year, Dragon's Dogma is gonna be whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's gonna quagmire over Dragon's Dogma because at this point we don't really have too many announcements of what's more anticipated besides Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
True.
Like at this time, again, we're also only talking about Q1 right now, so
because Q1 is stacked.
I mean, at this point, I really wish that Hustle was here because Hustle is the biggest Cyberpunk fan that I know. That man was caping and champing for Cyberpunk harder than Moon was champing for No Man's Sky and Destiny 2.
I just wanted the raid, man. Just wanted the raid.
No, we just wanted the raid and Anthem. Okay,
that's my god, yeah,
no,
bro.
We all just wanted.
Bro, they dropped the ball. We
just wanted Anthem to be a game.
Yes, it had so much potential. So much potential.
DLC to it.
I think the Avengers would like to have a conversation with you.
I'd rather play Avengers than Avengers.
Anthem had so much potential,
I mean,
man.
We just need.
But the Avengers did give it the good old college try.
Makes me so sad that Anthem didn't get a real shot. It really does.
And unfortunately, that was on studio side. So, they were dead in the water from release.
Yes.
Yep. And also that game ran like dog water on everything.
I mean, all right, look, I'm not going to say that Anthem was dog water because I put between 70 and 90 hours into it myself. You know what I'm saying? Like
they only get like 15, I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah, we played Anthem. Like we beat the story. We were waiting for the raid. I didn't like the first person in town stuff, but me being an Iron Man fan, I 1000% love to jump in my mech and then Iron Man around the world. And then the fact that I could have Iron Man with thunder powers, I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let me get some of that. So let me be clear. I was antheming. I'm not even gonna lie about it. Late game when the same loot just kept dropping over and over again, and it was just like, all right, can we get some variety now? That's me.
Please, sir, can I have some variety?
Please, sir, can I have some more?
Yeah, like I said, I was trying to wait for Hustle to get back, but apparently Hustle has disappeared completely. He's not even, in our normal places anymore. So I think that he has lost internet completely. Unfortunately, the show must go on, but fortunately.
Hey, so quick question. Do you think that Anthem would have rivaled Warframe?
No.
No?
No, not in this world or any.
Yeah, okay. The plan for Anthem, like, even though I'm not a big fan of Warframe, I can respect the content they put out and like for the players and everything like that. But like that was never the plan with BioWare with Anthem. They were never planning to give you that much stuff to do in Anthem like Warframe gives you.
Warframe has been in existence currently, I believe, since 2013.
Yeah.
So we're looking at
it started on PC. It started on PC before it moved to console.
I mean, it was one of those games that came out
2013. It came.
Yeah. It was one of those games that came out with the PS4. It was advertised when the PS4 was being released. It was one of the launch games, as a matter of fact.
Yeah,
just like GTA 5 came out in 2013. These games are still running and running hard. There's no way Anthem could have competed.
Yeah, I feel like some of these games, if they're able to survive past a certain point, it gets really hard to compete with them just because there's like so much content and like they're able to grow and hit so many different audiences over time. I don't know.
Look, even our audience has said they Anthem the hell out of Anthem. So, you know, like Anthem, I think it gets a worse rap than what it really was. Like, it's not a 9 out of 10 game, but it's not the 1 out of 10 that everybody makes it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe when it released, it got a 7 or so. Like, you know, as far as from review score, and
I honestly had no problems with the game.
I mean, when I was in the beta, I didn't have any problems with it. When the game came out in full release, I had some bugs in town and things like that. Like, especially, like I said, during that first person view area, people were getting stuck and characters were clipping. But as far as gameplay itself, it was enjoyable to me. I played through it. I beat it. I don't beat games. So, and I know that this is going to be a weird topic. I do not like to complete games. Okay. That's a personal issue that I have. And what happens is I will play somewhere between 85 to 95% of a game. And when my brain and my body start telling me that I'm close to the end, like when I start feeling that ending is impending, I'll put the game down and I just won't pick it up anymore.
I did that with Fallout 4. When I got to the climate, I was like, you know what, this is too much for me.
For me, it's kind of a fear of being let down. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when you're enjoying something.
I get that.
Like for instance, God of War, I had to fight that. Spider-Man, I had to fight that. Spider-Man actually gives you a percentage inside of the game. Spider-Man 2 gives you a percentage of how close you are to the end of the game. It shows you all the missions and everything. So I literally put it down for like a week or two when I had 3 missions left. And I was like, you know what? Let me just finish this. Let me just go. All right, we could do this. And I'm gonna be honest with you. That final fight, it kind of disappointed me a little bit. It's not that it was easy or anything like that. It was just like what I saw out of it. I was just like, what? Like being a fan of Spider-Man and the villain. Like I was just like, what? Why did you do that? Why did you why did you add that? What? Why?
I get that.
So it's literally those reasons as to why I typically don't like to complete games. That and the fact that sometimes I have a short attention span and I only play certain things for a week. Like if it's a good game, I'll play it for a week. And then I'll put it in the backlog and be like, all right, I'm gonna go back to it later. You know what I'm saying? Like I have full intentions on going back to it. It's just that so many other things come out, but every week something new comes out. And if I have the something new, then I want to play the something new because I want to get a piece of the experience. So even if I don't finish it, if I don't complete the project, I still want the experience that I got an opportunity to play.
Yeah, let's do it.
Nah, that makes sense.
One thing that I will tell you that I will not play. You had something to say, Tom?
No, I was saying, oh boy.
One game that I will tell you that I will not play, not now, not never. Number one, because it's not my type of game. Number two, because it was hot dog water.
Damn.
Like it was literally like dumpster juice.
That man said dumpster juice. Okay. Strong opinion, but okay, let's go.
Do you think so?
Right.
You think so?
I just want to hear what the title is. Let's go.
The Day Before. The Day Before is actually a game that recently released on Steam, and this game, when it released, the day it released, came out to overwhelmingly negative reviews from the players. They said that it was not what it was advertised to be. Number one. Number two, they said it is not an MMO, which is what the publisher was saying that it was supposed to be. In addition to that, The Day Before is also one of those games where they said it was not financially successful. So when The Day Before came out, it came out to those overwhelmingly negative reviews. And 4 days after the game launched, the studio said, all right, we're closing. We can't do this anymore. So now I believe it's Fantastic is the name of the studio. So there's no more studio behind it. They're closing the studio. They're no longer going to be updating or operating The Day Before, which, by the way, got an early access moniker probably a month before it came out. But prior to that, there wasn't even any notification that it was going to be in early access. So at this point, they're saying that so the game was $40 to get into early access. Now, at this point, their publisher is actually giving back the money for anybody who bought it on Steam, no matter how long you played it, which if you know Steam rules or if you know like PC rules, like once you buy a game on Steam, if you play it for more than 2 hours, then you can no longer get a refund. Their publisher is actually giving the money back to anybody who wants their money back. And the studio itself has said that they never made a cent. That game was in development for 5 years and they didn't make any money. It failed financially. They're using whatever money that they do have to pay off their debts. And that's it. So now I'm going to bring it over to you guys and let you guys kind of bounce in and weigh in on this particular situation.
Definitely worried about the situation because I saw that first trailer, what was it, 2 years ago? I think the initial trailer dropped, and I was like, okay. And and then once it finally did drop, because it did kind of almost like stealth drop too. It's like, days before early access available. I was like, I haven't heard shit about this game.
It was like during the Game Awards,
it was like
before, right?
Yeah, it was like I haven't heard about this fucking game since that first trailer dropped. I don't even remember what the hell this game is. And I looked at it again. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Not like a
cutscene trailer, right?
Yeah, it was just like, I don't know. It's weird. It's just funny. The whole situation is funny to me because it's like, it's just wild that they basically did this rug. They basically just did a crypto rug pull with the game.
You're welcome.
It's like, and I just don't understand how it got to this situation. But like, besides them just trying to scam people, like it's hard to tell if they actually was there any good faith in them actually trying to make this game ever. So it's just a crazy situation.
And how long this game been in development?
It was in development for approximately 5 years, I believe. That's what I read in the article.
That's what they said.
Yeah, the very first trailer was January 2021.
But there's more context to this. Maybe you guys said some of it, and my ADHD brained out here. But like, some of their devs were on their forums actually commenting to people, being like, "Hey, is this an extraction shooter?" And they're like, "No, it's not an extraction shooter." Surprise.
Well, the devs actually, in an article recently put out, they said that never once did they label it as an MMO, and there was someone who, like literally, this is what and again, these are various articles that I've been finding. They said that they didn't label it as an MMO, and they didn't know why it kept being labeled as that.
Yeah, they could have said like MMO light. I guess.
You know, I'm gonna throw a little shade here. This sounds like another studio that I know.
That you heard about?
Yeah, it sounds like this other studio that makes
another
game.
studio that you heard about.
Yeah, this sounds a little like Bungie with like the Destiny 2's non-MMO. We're not an MMO. We're not an MMO.
But we're MMO light.
Oh, well, wait, but we're MMO like.
Yeah, well, and then years later, I think, what was it? With Shadowkeep, they were finally like, all right, guys, you got us.
You got us.
You got us.
They were like, it was me the whole time.
You crazy kids, you got me. All right.
Yeah, it's just in there. It's just like, all right, you got us. We're in MMO. We're gonna lean into it. Don't worry, guys. Yeah.
All right. So to share, so that everyone can see exactly what I'm speaking on, this is the article that I found, and as you can see, there's a line right here. No one from our team knows why they called it an MMO. Literally from this former dev's mouth. But I mean, also from this former dev's mouth, it was stated that the developers are said to have repeatedly tried to offer feedback to the founders, and they were reportedly unreceptive to such attempts at dialogue. Anyone who complained too much was kicked off the team. And it also goes on to state that the project was in development for 5 years prior to its early access release. And again, the studio's closure just saw them trying to settle debts. So, yeah.
Ah, man.
It's the Dogecoin to games.
I still got look.
It's just these smaller studios sometimes. Like, I'm assuming it's a smaller studio. Like, I'm assuming it couldn't have been, or rather, let me rephrase this. These teams that don't have a whole lot of stuff released, and they try and release things that are more ambitious than they should be tackling. Like, it's nuts. I think we talked about this in episode 2 back, where it's just like, I wish more teams would be fine starting off with like a small 10, 15 person studio, making some small stuff, developing that core foundation of a team, and then going on to their dream stuff. Like, instead of trying to just hop into it. Well, you can certainly do it, right? Like, there are definitely studios that just hop out there and they just freaking release magic immediately. But I feel like some of the better ones, they start off with smaller games first, and then they eventually make the blockbuster hit that is what was like Bungie. Like, they had some successful stuff early on, but like,
like Larian?
Yeah, Galarian, the team behind Rocket League. We
got a hustle back.
What up?
Back?
Yeah, Rocket League was big as hell, dog.
Give me a second. Let me pull hustle back in here.
I've rambled about this a bit. But like, they got started off as just a contracting house who helped out with extra bit of work that studios had that they couldn't handle internally.
Hold on, Hustle.
And in between doing that, they worked on their own side stuff. So I see these game teams, they try and do this stuff, and it just sucks because it's like they make people less willing to take risks on these early access games, and they wind up just hurting their staff.
Yeah. You are back, Hustle. Well,
I do agree that a lot of teams do end up hurting their staff. As a matter of fact, I just heard something. Don't quote me on this one directly, but I just heard that one of these studios has just laid off like 1,000 people right before Christmas.
It's not. Well, it's Hasbro laid off.
Yes, Hasbro.
Yeah, Hasbro did layoffs, and I think their Dungeons
toy company?
and Dragons division. Yeah,
let's go.
They own Dungeons and Dragons.
Mm-hmm. Well, I thought Wizards of the Coast. Well, is Wizards of the Coast a branch of Hasbro?
Well, they own Wizards, yeah.
Hasbro bought them.
Yeah, Hasbro brought Wizards.
I guess we're just gonna do it.
So they made 1,000 cuts over in the WotC division.
That kind of sucks because they said that
that
they made those cuts, even though Baldur's Gate is seeing a rousing success, and that's also.
Bro, we already had 3 plays, dog. You literally got murked by a team.
What were we saying, Reg?
Token?
Yeah, I killed him. If you stay there too long, your vest like immediately despawns.
What are you talking
No,
about?
no, I'm talking to somebody else. No, I'm talking to somebody else.
Bro!
Mute yourself, sir. Talk to somebody else.
Sorry. I'm using push to talk.
Please don't.
Oh my god.
Anyway, we apologize, everyone. So
Yeah, my bad.
we really thought that he was actually, contributing to the conversation, about Hasbro
I'm
and 1,000
sorry.
people who
We don't even
aren't
talk,
working.
I ain't
He's doing something else completely. He doesn't, Anyway, so
Well, of course I do.
Hustle. We wanted to let you know that you actually missed the Cyberpunk conversation. We actually talked about Cyberpunk and how it.
Oh no, he's lagging again.
Oh, come on, bro.
Well, we can hear you, but your video's kind of lagging.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on.
Is it the internet?
Yeah, the internet completely reset out of nowhere.
Was it your modem or was it
now it's
just
yours.
The modem.
Oh, okay.
We're not going to
You don't
troubleshoot
mind.
here. We can try to troubleshoot, for next time. But at this moment,
Yeah.
again, just to bring you up to speed, we already talked about Cyberpunk and its redemption story. Currently, we're discussing the day before and its studio closure 4 days after the game has released, as well as the article in which the devs state that it was never supposed to be an MMO and that they couldn't actually provide any feedback. Because if you provided too much feedback or if you kind of argued too much, then you would be removed from the team. So, yeah, that's
They finessed the hell out of everybody. The game was up for 4 days. 4 days. And you shut the studio down?
my question is how do you determine that the game is a financial success or failure after 4 days?
You can't.
And that's early access. So, maybe they were too far in the hole, I'm guessing.
Does someone know what the sales are? What the sales were?
At least a couple, 10,000. Because it was like, literally,
There's a couple-
it, was
there's a couple
it had like
10,000,
peak
right?
numbers.
I watched a video today that said on release day, the highest, the peak user count they had was like 30K.
Yeah, 38,000.
That's
And then
Still pretty
it
big.
dropped to like 4,700.
I mean, it's pretty big for initial, but but they probably had a lot of refunds issued. Actually, I know for a fact they've had a lot of refunds issued.
Yes.
Because it's not what people thought it was going to be. So like, they had a peak user of 38,000. Regin just said they dropped down to like 40 some hundred. Like, yeah, they probably lost a lot of money in refunds.
But here's the thing that kills me the most, though. So apparently, in a couple of their games, like one of the games, the studio is completely different now. It's like a whole other studio now has either taken over or they might have just changed names.
Yeah, it kind of looks like they're trying to play some games.
That is a shady thing that I've seen happen on Steam before, where the studio has made a really bad game and a total asset flip, disappeared, come back with a new name, but the game style is still the same and all that.
Actually,
It's happened before.
I want to say Studio Wildcard did something like that after Arc, but I might be wrong.
Did.
Yeah,
You might be right.
I feel like Studio Wildcard got such a bad rap for something at some point. They made a secondary, either a secondary studio or they changed the name or something. I can't remember. I have to look into that. I don't want to say that as fact.
Okay, so to give you an idea of
I
what
take that back. I want to look into that.
to give you an idea of what 30,000 to give you an idea of what 30,000 users at peak is like, I will let you know that Counter-Strike 2 all-time peak was 1.8 million. Lethal Company all-time peak was 240,000. Baldur's Gate 3's all-time peak was 875,000. And this is just talking about concurrent players. Like, so 30,000 is small on a scale. Like Cyberpunk's all-time peak was 1 million players. And it's not even a multiplayer game. And this is just coming directly off of Steam.db. Ready or Not, 51,000, but Ready or Not has just released their 1.0 update, and it's well, it says it released on December 17th of 2001, but they're still doing a whole lot of work on that. And as a matter of fact, their current players are 51,000 as well as their all-time peak. So 30,000 isn't a lot, and then it dropped quickly.
Side note,
Mhm.
I was right. Studio Wildcard has either changed their name or they created a secondary studio called Grape Shot Games to release another Arc-like game called Atlas.
Arc-like?
All right, yeah, that was a
Arc-like game. It's kind of like Arc, the dinosaur game, but this is a pirate game.
pirate.
Arc.
Yeah,
Okay.
that. There's a big controversy around.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie,
yeah.
that Arc game was like it's big with kids. Like my niece, nephew, and little brother, like they just go crazy over that doggone game.
Oh, don't get me wrong, I love Ark, but I don't like that they scam the shit out of us.
Wait,
I don't like that. Okay, Ascended Edition was supposed to be a free update.
First, explain
And
what
they lied.
edition is.
Ascended Edition is Ark in Unreal Engine 5. It's an Unreal Engine 5 update, right?
It's an update. So the original game is Arc, and they have Arc Survival Evolved, and then you move forward to the update.
And then they turned it back, and they were like, "Oh, by the way, it's going to be a premium. You got to buy it. Oh, and also, by the way, we're shutting down the Arc servers for the original game, so you won't be able to play it now." So they basically forced everybody who wants to continue to play Arc to play Ascended Edition and buy Ascended Edition.
Which is like buying the first game all over again.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. I was just like,
they didn't have enough to get people to spend money on it, so they forced you to spend money on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
They said that, but originally their statement was that Arc's Ascended Edition was going to be free.
Yep.
While you wait for Arc 2, because they're supposed to be releasing Arc 2. Ascended Edition was literally just supposed to be a visual update.
That was it.
That was their original statement.
Nothing more. Update.
So they really scammed y'all.
Oh yeah.
Well, me, I don't play it, but
okay. Well, not you. But I'm okay. Well, just their fan base.
Me and my usual squad. We're not buying it. Everybody hasn't bought it. I refuse to. As much as I love that game, I'm not. Nah, I can't stand by that. I refuse to.
I mean, I don't like dirty practices. If that's what they did, I don't like dirty practices. But I will say this:
that's what it sounded like.
A game that I like. I will support a game that I love. If you tell me something and then you do something else, I can't always see the logic in that. If it feels like you're always trying, like if it feels like you're trying to dig into my pockets more and more. Like the loot box situation, for example. Like I'm not one of those. Like I'm the type of person where I feel like if I buy your game, I supported you by buying your game. And so I don't think that you should be trying to pull the extra pennies out of my pocket by nickel and diming me for not necessarily DLC. DLC take time and money to develop. So DLC is fine. But when I say DLC, like nickel and diming me for DLC, I mean cosmetic items. I mean little visual things. I mean battle passes. There's no reason that a single player game should have a battle pass. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that there is one, but there are certain games that really don't necessarily need battle passes. So that can be a controversial topic in and of itself.
I mean, no, I can agree with that because a single player game shouldn't need a battle pass because like anything that can be acquired in a battle pass, you can literally just add that as DLC content in like an event or like a seasonal drop.
And stuff in multiplayer and single player, if it's cosmetic and doesn't offer any advantages, I ain't got no
right. It doesn't.
But my thing is that I don't
battle pass stuff
like single player games. Like don't sell me costumes in Final Fantasy 16. Don't do that.
No, I feel you on that.
Yeah, I can agree.
Like, don't tell me like when the game comes out that you can play the game, but we got this $50 costume pack over here. You know what I'm saying?
Did you say 15 or 50?
15.
I said 50.
50.
50.
Oh, 50.
It was just a random number. You know what I'm saying? Like, like for instance, I know that Diablo 4 is a multiplayer experience. I know that they have cosmetics. I know that they have things that you can purchase that are 100% cosmetics. They are 100% cosmetic, but they also have seasons. So seasons usually indicate battle passes to me. Now, I understand that it's an online game, so sometimes you need to have those things so that you can keep your servers running. But Final Fantasy 16 is a solo game. It's a single player game. You know what I'm saying? If Diablo 4 has seasons, then that means that Diablo 4 could potentially get updates and content and additional things that I can do later, even if I go through all of the things that you have available now. So I can look forward to those things whilst I purchase battle passes or whilst I run that gameplay loop. But Final Fantasy 16, you're gonna make me pay for the expansions and the DLCs anyway. Don't sell, and I'm not saying that Final Fantasy 16 has those cosmetic DLCs that they try to quote unquote nickel and dime you for, but I'm just saying that don't do it to me in a single player game because I don't necessarily see the point of it if your game is complete and it's supposed to be a solo experience.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, well, that's why Suicide Squad got so like reamed out in that first preview when somebody saw that little battle pass. It's like, yo, I get it's a co-op game, shit like that. I know it's gonna be cosmetics, but
I didn't even know about the battle pass for Suicide Squad. To be honest with you,
when they showed the previews for it, they showed a lot of like evidences, like battle pass progress for cosmetics. Like, whoa, this is like supposed to just be a co-op action RPG. That's looking rough.
I mean, but okay, still, well, it's not a single player game.
Yeah,
it can be. You don't have to play.
You can play
multiplayer.
You can, but I'm just saying you can play Diablo 4 solo. Like, but it still has.
I broadly agree with you. I think on this stuff, like I don't care too much about cosmetics.
I don't have to buy those.
However, I do agree with you that like. I don't love seeing microtransactions in role-playing games.
Right, that's my point.
I agree with you. I agree with you on it, right? I understand why they do it. You know what? And this, I think this more speaks. Hi, Loki. One of my doggos came over. I think this more speaks to hypocrisy for me than anything. So I am very aware of that. I think I would be more in favor of them if I felt like the game devs who worked on this stuff were going to get more of the profits, right? Like if I felt like at the end of the day, the yearly bonuses come up and I can have confidence in knowing that like game devs are going to get a huge chunk of that. If
like the actual people who work on the game.
Like the people who actually put their blood, sweat, and tears into development and creation of this masterpiece.
I appreciate that like what these kinds of things do is they offer more opportunities to hire people. I do appreciate that fact because like that's really what it is. It's another job that has to be created. It's more people that get paid to work in the industry, and I think that's generally cool. But like I don't think sorry, this is getting more into a labor talk, but I don't know that having more people in the industry is a net good if they're not getting more of a larger cut of this stuff. It's like
like a larger slice of the pie.
Yeah. Like
people need to live.
Yeah, like I don't think I'd care as much. It's like if they had like Mountain Dew Code Red themed King's outfit for Final Fantasy 16. It's just like freaking sponsored out Final Fantasy 16 outfit for what's his face. That's like just Mountain Dew decked out. I wouldn't care about that if I knew there was a dev someplace.
What is
that
his
was,
name?
Noctis.
Yeah, Noctis.
I already said 16.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, 16 Clive.
Clive, yeah. I wouldn't mind so much about Clive being decked out in like a Mountain Dew jumper. If I knew
modders make it happen.
Yeah, if the devs somewhere were gonna check.
I think I'd be completely fine with like DLC like for the book because you just popped the idea in my head. Like if we got legitimate costumes, you could unlock the regular gameplay. But then it's like obviously these are product placement things. Like if I had a full-on green Mountain Dew Master Chief skin for Halo Infinite, if I want to do that shit, like you know what? That's stupid as shit. I might buy it though.
But I'll buy it.
I ain't got no problem with it.
But yeah, it's like, but
if you gave me like an event, like a little DLC thing, and it's like, here's a green Mountain Dew Master Chief, and then here's a red Doritos, spicy Doritos,
Dorito Pope skin.
Turn the plasma grenades into like Mountain Dew cans or some shit. Just be like, I don't know, dude, like
the Jeff Keighley Dorito Pope.
That's what I miss when content like that used to just be silly nonsense. Like,
I love that though. Yeah, like, that's I love that. Stuff I'd be down with, right? Where it's just like it's just ludicrous. You don't know why it's there, but hell, screw it.
Yeah, and that's fine. Have silly shit and charge me for the silly stuff. I don't care. That don't bother me.
Yeah, like I said, but you got games like a Dragon Ishin where you have DLC where you can actually buy level up items.
I'll have you know. First off, I'll have you know that Yakuza is doing doing amazing tie-ins these days for advertising. They just had a street fight on AEW the other week. That was Yakuza themed. Yeah. So yeah, Kenny Omega is actually in at least one of the Yakuza games,
which are now titled Like a Dragon because they changed the name.
He's in at least one of the Like a Dragon games. Same with Okada.
That actually sounds pretty cool, and that actually should bring more attention to the games that are here and upcoming. Because I know that they have a tendency to use the same people, like.
But do a Tekken tie-in.
Like even with their character models, like looking at Like a Dragon Ishin and then looking at like the man who forgot his name or whatever the title of that game is. Like you can see that the main character is the same facial structure, like it's the same character model. So but I kind of like that because it almost makes you feel like you're going through a lineage, even if it goes into the 1800s or into the 1920s or whatever the case. So, I kind of like that. But, I mean, the games are actually very fun, very silly, enjoyable. Now, since we're winding down on that particular topic, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over a couple of different things that either I just want to make mention of. We can banter about them back and forth a little bit. But these are things that I just want to highlight. The first thing that I want to highlight is that one thing that we didn't mention before, and actually if you tuned into our show last week, you saw that what I did in promotion and even what our current banner is actually a parody of the Grand Theft Auto 6 announcement. Because, we have, some wonderful artists and some wonderful technical people who have done a lot of work and are still doing a lot of work in order to make sure that we're successful and that we look good. So we actually had one of our wonderful people here on that are talking to you, create us our own thematic GTA 6 cover, because the GTA 6 announcement graphic has basically become the new CD Projekt Red apology letter. Essentially, it was so big that everybody kind of had to follow in its footsteps. When CD Projekt Red dropped their apology letter for how Cyberpunk was and promising that they were going to fix the game, they released it with a certain style for their graphics, and so many other studios use that same style and just kind of altered it in their own way, so that this way they could put out their messages, especially because a lot of the things behind the Black Lives Matter movement and We Support Black Lives was happening around that time, I believe. So, the GCA 6 announcement graphic has basically become the new CD Projekt Red apology letter. As all the brands scrambled to use that similar graphic color scheme and everything. Like I said, we had to get on it. If it's popular, expect everybody to do it, right? So the next thing, huh?
So I'm telling you, being a social media manager must be fun. Just get to make memes all day long.
Yeah,
basically.
Like literally just make memes.
Just make memes and watch the news.
That's
why I used to say about whoever runs.
Right?
That's why I used to say about whoever runs Twitter. I think it's Wendy's. I think it's Wendy's.
Oh, I know they're having
Wendy's on Twitter.
Just get to be paid all day long. Like
they are a trap god.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it together.
Wendy's and Burger King.
That's the dream. I want to get paid to shitpost all day. That's the dream life.
Wendy's need to hire you because
there's never been a more perfect job position for me in life, and I need to get one.
You'd be like, yo, so
you ever Chad, if you ever feel bad about your day for any reason, if you ever feel like just straight shit, go to Twitter and just read Wendy's posts. That's it. Just go to Twitter.
Or Arby's.
Oh God,
Arby's was the most recent one. Arby's starting to get out of pocket.
Arby's.
We're on games today.
Yeah.
Wendy's and Arby's are not games. We're not trying to make y'all hungry. Don't worry about it. So, but still, if you ever do want to brighten up your day and you don't want to play a video game, then definitely go check them out.
Yeah, check out Arby's. Yeah.
Arby's ain't gonna do that.
Well, hey, wait. I do want to say this though. Arby's does post a lot of nerd stuff on their Twitter.
Yeah,
a lot of anime and gamer related stuff. They promote their own food using gaming and anime. And it's the greatest thing ever.
Do they still do that? Or I thought
they do.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I thought I read something like those people they got rid of them, which was the dumbest decision.
That would be terrible.
You said that was terrible?
It would have been the dumbest decision.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was going to say because that's one of the greatest marketing schemes I've ever seen for food.
Hey, when I wake up and see some Arby's curly fries making a JoJo reference, I'm like, what is happening?
I absolutely love the Arby social media stuff. It's really good.
It is. It's good. They can have the meats.
And now they're even more popular because of Good Burger too.
Goji Senpai said, "Hey yo, chill out. Please don't eat Arby's. Choose better for yourself."
Yo, ironically,
you don't eat Arby's.
Do your body better, please.
I had Arby's last night.
What do you have? Wait, what do you have?
What do you have? We're not advertising here.
I didn't know.
I just got the 2 for $7. I got the fucking classic mozzarella sticks. That's it.
Okay, that's not that bad.
Oh,
I mean, he's not that bad. I mean, I ate Little Caesars yesterday, so.
Little Caesars isn't bad though.
I still get Little Caesars sometimes. I fuck with Little Caesars.
Bro, it's the cheapest.
Cardboard.
Listen.
Wait,
it's cheap.
First of all, Papa John's is cardboard.
Yes,
that too.
And also, I got this. It's hot and ready. All right.
For $5.
I'm about to say,
no,
that's a lie.
No, it's not. I'll eat my moose ankle cheese pizza, all right? And I'll like
Little Caesars. I'm a burst your bubble right now, Loon. Little Caesars is no longer $5. It hasn't been $5 for freaking years. It is now $9.49.
There you go.
Oh, damn. R.I.P.
$10 cardboard, bro.
There goes that.
Little Caesars ain't all that anymore. Never mind. Forget I said anything.
Yeah, fuck Little Caesars, bro.
For a cheese pizza,
Yes.
the $5 cheese pizza was what was the draw.
I mean, right now that old $5 hide ready is like 7 something and some change, but right now they're running some kind of special where you can like enlarge for like $9 for $4 and $9 and not $4.49. But the $5 hide ready is now $7 and some change.
I'm good. I'll just go to Costco for that price.
I
Go to Costco.
I can get a frozen pizza from Dollar General for like $6.
Now listen,
But you gotta heat it up though.
Listen, Costco pizza.
Around the same time it costs for it to be delivered.
Costco pizza is the shit.
Yes, it is. If
Ain't wrong.
if people talking shit about Costco pizza, I'll defend that. That shit's good.
Yo,
Costco's
Costco pizza.
pretty good in general.
It really
I'm
is.
gonna just go to the pizzeria down the street.
But their pizza, listen, okay, I live out here in bougie ass Irvine, California.
sorry.
all
Yeah, he's
right?
not in Jersey.
I don't have access to just great pizza, okay? I can't.
Don't you
just
have a
go
Pizza
walk-
Hut?
Ew.
He said great
access
pizza.
to
You're in Louisiana.
we got
That's not
Hey,
great.
don't do that. Hey, don't do us that.
That is-
Yeah,
Okay,
Louisiana
don't
doesn't
do us
have great
that.
pizza either. The fuck are you talking about?
But don't do us that. We got great pizza.
Where?
Well,
Where?
CC's.
What?
That pizza buffet, right?
I fuck with CC's
That was
pizza.
sarcasm. Right? It wasn't serious.
I fuck with
no,
CC's pizza. Don't
Yo.
talk about CC's.
There is nothing wrong with CC's. It's just, it's
It's not great.
It goes back to the what's a
I
what's a
love
masterpiece.
It's not
Yeah.
Jersey. New York.
That's for sure.
Damn straight Papa John's.
They ain't got.
damn straight, they probably do.
Damn.
How do we get the pizza? So let me give you guys an interesting fact.
It's a pizza?
We're all gamers,
Pizza,
and we all
pizza,
think about
pizza.
pizza a lot.
All
Dad,
right.
That's
fact.
his go-to.
Pizza, Mountain Dew, and Doritos and tacos.
You're welcome.
So it sounds like we're gamers that love to go to the bathroom.
Yeah,
Did anybody say
mean,
burrito?
It's a
Oh,
love-hate
yeah.
relationship.
yeah, basically. Like,
Our guys
bro,
send it to the
bro, you
bathroom.
can't
What are you
tell
talking about, bro?
anybody can literally sit here and agree that they fight the urge to marry the toilet when they know they got a real good mission going on, or you got a real good fight streak going on,
That's why you get yourself.
or you got a grinding session real hard,
Yes.
and you're like, man, I should pause to go to the bathroom, but it's getting real good.
That's what happens. That's what happens when I eat an entire bag of fucking flaming hot Cheetos. Straight up.
Okay.
Yo,
I mean, that's what happens when I hit up Taco Bell at 3 a.m.
Hey, listen. All the great pizza near me is like, hey, did you want a medium pie? Yeah, sure. How much would that be? $18.
Oh no.
Ooh,
Oh
wee.
no.
I'm
Ooh.
sorry. Well, how large is your medium? That's 13 inches.
Wow.
You could have got 19 inches of venom for cheaper.
Yeah. It's like, I mean,
Family Dollar, here I come.
do you have French fries? Yeah. Okay. Cool. How much are they? $6.
Yeah.
For
yeah,
a
it's
small?
starting to pop off down here.
For a
$6
small?
some fucking.
Yeah. We only have one size, and it's $6.
Bro, I
Okay.
can for that much money, I can go get potatoes and oil and do it myself.
Yeah.
In
For
California.
way cheaper.
Oh wait.
Yeah,
He said in California.
Oh yeah, true. Potatoes is probably like how much is this potato? Oh, by the way, it's organic and farm raised. It's fairy fucking dust. So
That is
now
genuinely half the problem.
like
It's
$10.
you go to any restaurant and it's
Oh
like,
God.
all right, man, I just want your greasiest, your most just fucking. I'm gonna feel like shit after this pizza. I want your greasiest your slice of pizza, and it's like, all right, well, that's gonna be made with organic mozzarella.
I didn't ask for that.
Farm to
Like-
table.
I'd have left.
I didn't ask for that.
Still
I didn't want that. I didn't ask for
What you
that.
talking about?
Just straight up the quote, like 4-year-old virgin. First of all, you throw too many big words at me. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth and help me with. Watch your mouth and help me with the sale.
It's man.
Like, damn, is
it's-
the Coke organic too?
Yeah, lab tested.
If you don't give me the cheese out the goddamn plastic bag and put it on my pizza, here, I'll even do you one better. I'll go to the store and go bring the cheese to you. I don't want the organic shit.
Okay, I have a question for everybody. I was gonna
Yeah.
give you an
How
interesting
do
fact,
we get to
but-
pizza? I know.
No, that's not the question.
Is that a Steam
It
Deck?
started,
What
it started back. It started back.
How
in
many of
Italy.
us have one of these?
I do not.
Well,
No.
You do.
No.
just
I see.
traveling.
So
I got the Nintendo
we
version.
may not all have a Steam Deck, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, Rajan, the thing about the Steam Deck is this. So I'm going to bring up an interesting fact. So we may not all have Steam Deck, but as we can see the Steam Deck, when you look at, hold on,
That's not helpful.
yeah. When you look at the top of the Steam Deck, right? This here is the exhaust vent, right here.
People huffing.
That's big as hell.
This is the intake vent. This is where where basically the processors are, right? So the fan runs, and actually the fan is over here, but it brings in the air and brings up the it cools the system. System gets a little warm, air blows out of the exhaust. So if I'm playing, right, and I'm holding my Steam Deck like this, and I've been putting in some good game time, whole bunch of hot air just blowing out right here. Okay, there's a reason for me bringing up this story. Recently, someone went on to a Reddit post, I believe, from Valve, and asked if it would be harmful to inhale the exhaust fumes from a Steam Deck.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. I didn't mean
said,
that.
Please do not do that for your health.
It's like that girl who put Gorilla Glue in her hair,
that
dude.
they are harmful to you, but please don't do that. So when I made mention of this fact, we had someone who goes, "Who in the hell would inhale the exhaust from a Steam Deck?"
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah,
I know who did it. I know what the response was too, because in my head I'm like,
are you serious?
Again, why would you do that?
Did you do it though?
I mean, sometimes you're like, ooh, that smells kind of good. Like you do one of those. It happens. Okay.
Bro, did you do that to the back end of your PlayStation 4 and it sound like
never
a
did it to my Switch.
No. The Steam Deck is in my hand. And
hey, bro,
I don't do that with
it or something like that.
I'm
playing, I'm getting it in. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing. And then I turn it and I'm like, oh, okay.
Why is yours so close to your face?
Into my nose. Okay. So to know what the Steam Deck smells like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like,
that's so weird.
Yo, why is it so close to your face though?
I'm not gonna sit here and while the Steam Deck is on.
Oh, you the type of dude that's gonna buy a candle.
Why is it so close to your face?
Scented?
Do you not play games?
I do, but they're not close to my face.
I play Baldur's Gate and Cyberpunk on this. Sometimes I need to get up in there, bro.
No, you should not.
Bro, you need glasses.
No, I don't. I just you've never been trying to a game that you lean forward in your seat.
And bro, that's the same thing your granddad said last time he backed into the trash can.
Tone's the type of doing those old 90s movies. They're playing video games like this.
Oh yeah.
Bro, you ain't never been so deep into a game. You start moving around and start moving the controller.
But not holding it to my face over the Steam Deck.
No, yeah. When I said that the exhaust, when I moved the Steam Deck away, like all of that exhaust air is being exhumed right into my face.
We hear you trying.
You the only one.
Like, oh, that smells kind of good. But what I'm saying is, I can.
Yo, can we get some kind of like
why people would do it?
Can we get some kind of like tumbleweed graphic?
But we hear you.
Like just roll across.
We support you.
Yup.
Loon, give us some tumbleweed grass. Loon, give us some tumbleweed grass.
Here's a question. Since not all of us have Steam. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Since not all of us, hold on. Here's a question. Since not all of us have Steam Decks, but at least I would say almost everyone here has a Switch, right? Everybody has a Switch.
Nope.
There's no.
Okay, well, tokens out of this question.
He tested the Switch. So, it don't smell as good as the Steam Deck.
No. That's not the question I'm asking. That's not the question I'm asking.
Oh, actually, the
question I'm asking is how close do all of us hold our Switches, Steam Decks close to our face, not including Tone, who's
it's like I'm typically like this,
like a normal person does.
Like,
what are you doing?
I wanted to see if it smelled the
Oh
same.
my God, this boy got a problem.
We got an issue, man.
I gotta say,
You're the only one.
the first,
No,
the
because
first
this is
step,
going back.
the first step is admission.
This is
Is,
going back
Oh
to
my
what I'm saying.
God.
Exactly.
Hey, buddy, pal, Tones. Hey, Tones.
Uh-huh.
You talk something about that shit.
So, out of curiosity,
There's a TV show for people like you.
is Elmer's or Kraft? Is Elmer's a generic brand like better?
Elmer's.
I just wanted to make. I just figured I'd go to an expert on this. If I was ever curious.
You're the only one. The only one that holds their fucking Steam Deck that close to their face.
What I'm
That's
saying
not
is that
normal,
it doesn't
bro.
even have to be close to your face, and it's enough for people.
No.
It's a freaking
No.
nationwide meme.
No,
It's
hold on.
literally a
no,
meme.
No.
If you've never held a
No.
Steam Deck, you would
No.
not understand.
No, hold on.
You
I've held a
elitist?
Steam Deck and I've held a
You're
Lenovo.
elitist?
I've held both. I've held a Lenovo
Crazy.
Go, the friggin' Asus one, and I've held a Steam Deck. I'm just trying to see how the damn games play. I'm not trying to think. That's a particular aroma coming from this device.
I'm talking about when you start feeling that exhaust air, right? Or when you're playing and you've been playing for a while, and the Steam Deck can be down here somewhere,
Right.
but that air is it's a powerful fan.
Test that theory.
You know,
No,
hit you.
test that theory right the fuck
Your
now.
thought process when you
Test
hear
it right
this
now.
fan going,
Hold
I'ma
the
put
Steam
my
Deck
face
at the
over
same
it,
distance
and I'ma
Eric is
sit.
holding his Switch. And I want to
Hold
see if you can smell it from there.
I doubt that.
The same distance.
I
The
doubt
same
that.
distance.
There's
Look.
no way he can smell that.
There's no way you can.
You've never played a Steam Deck, bro.
There's
Trust
no
me.
way you can smell that.
I'm getting concerned on the fumes that my man's.
Dead ass. You're not,
Like,
no,
real
that's not the same
elitist, bro.
distance. That's not the same distance.
Right here.
You peasants don't have
Okay.
Steam Deck. You don't
You
know.
don't got that cinnamon scent coming from your Steam Deck.
I'm just waiting for it to turn on.
You're gonna
You
have
got that
to
peasant air.
gonna have to
from the
come up with some
Nintendo
kind of
Switch.
you got to come up with some kind of safeguarding software where if like the Steam Deck gets too close, it just starts beeping, just beep 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 beep
Dead
beep
ass,
beep beep beep.
I was like,
It's gonna be like
Totally.
Alexa, like I don't like you like that. Please back up.
right? Tom's the only one who's just like, yo, so when y'all turn on your Steam Decks, y'all don't smell burnt toast too? No!
I have a
Bro.
Steam Deck already right
No,
now.
we don't.
Bro,
Bro, I smell it
We
already.
don't.
bro. No, you don't.
What does
No
it
way.
smell like?
Yes, I
There's no way.
do.
What does it
Hold
smell
on.
like?
Time,
Turn it
get
on.
yours.
What's it smell
Time,
like?
get yours. I need this theory tested too.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, what?
No,
what is
no,
this?
don't hold it up to your face.
Get
no.
it out of your face.
Down
Hold
here.
it at a
Down
normal-
here.
down.
You're saying
Put
if
it on
you
your
hold
lap.
it down here, can
Put it
you
on-
smell the Steam Deck?
Put it down. Put it down. Put it on the table.
Yeah,
right there.
can you smell
yeah,
it?
Yeah, right there. Right there.
Is it on?
Why are you leaning forward?
No, that's not
Is it
normal.
on? I literally just turned mine on. It's not even running anything major.
Drugs
All
are
right,
bad
all
for
right.
you
I'm waiting for
kids.
time. Time? Nothing?
Yo, that's a you problem, dude.
That's
That's
a you
totally
thing.
a you thing.
That's a
That
you
is a
thing.
you thing.
You
We
tripping.
need some APOC in here, bro.
You
Oh,
tripping.
yeah.
He's not gonna
Yeah.
he's not gonna help you with this one.
You want to bet?
Yeah.
No, he's not gonna help
Yeah,
you.
I'm gonna call my brother too when I have some weird ass takes online.
Oh, bro.
Yo, I need someone whose blood to have my back here, who's totally unbiased.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's so good, right?
Yo, we brothers, right? You hold it down. Tell me the Steam Deck smells. It's like,
Tell me the Steam Deck smell like toast.
I don't. It doesn't smell like
Oh,
toast.
smell this.
I don't know.
What does it smell
smell
like?
like toast.
What does it smell like? Because you never told us. What does it smell like?
I can't describe it.
Electric
It has an electronic smell.
I mean, if the PS4 smells like a sack of hot pennies, that Steam Deck smell like something.
First of all, hold on. Where the fuck has your PS4 been?
That was an example. I'm not saying it smells like a
No,
sack
that's
of
a
hot
very
pennies.
specific example.
How do you know? I think it smell like
You could have said the PS4 sounds like a jet engine, and we all have been like, yeah, we agree with that. But like,
but he said it smells like a sack of hot pennies.
Yeah.
how close are you to the PS4 that you smell
How
that?
do you know how to?
I think you
How
have a
How do you
fantasy.
know what a sack of hot pennies smell like?
Where you going? Where you going, Tom? Token.
Don't run.
He running right now, bro.
At least
Oh,
Cohen's still
God.
on business for his weird ass smelling Steam Deck.
Dead ass. Like, yo, y'all both concern me at this point now. Like, I don't know what y'all doing.
All right, now wait. All right, now I'm explaining myself because I have a valid reason.
there's
I have a
more.
valid reason of why I ended up smelling my PS4. All right.
So your
Here we
PS4
go.
did smell like a sack of hot
Wait,
pennies.
wait. Are you gonna
No,
ask
it
your brother to get you back on this one too?
I'm just saying. It actually smelled like just like warmed up fucking bleach. But that's my problem. Wait, okay. Wait. Let me explain.
At least
was a
mine is
Sunday.
affordable.
It was a Sunday and it was cleaning day.
So
And
you put bleach on it.
I had been up playing Persona 5 for the last 7 hours. And I was like, man, it's daylight outside. And if I don't clean now and I go take a nap, I'm not going to clean later. I'm going to just game more. So I started cleaning. And I sprayed bleach spray on my PS4 because I was trying to clean the TV stand. And my TV stand's white. So I'm cleaning the TV stand. And some of it got into the PS4. So I was like, oh, shit, let me wipe this up or dry it up before it ruins it. And I'm like,
Bro, what the hell's wrong with
Y'all sound a real one.
Looks like I ain't alone, guys. Sometimes you gotta come on now.
it was there. Like that was my intrusive thought because it was there and I'm already literally cleaning it. My face is right there. And I'm just like, all right.
I'm just
like,
going to stick my nose in it real quick.
No.
Right.
See, no, I'm not weird.
Folks,
I didn't
getting
stick my
going.
nose in it. I just put my nose behind the van. And it's like, let it.
you about to make me say sometimes it's gonna get us demonetized, bro? Like, why? You know you're not supposed to smell bleach, right? Like, you know it's not a good thing to smell, right?
You ain't
There's
supposed to
literally
do that,
warning
bro. A
labels
lot of people
on the
smell.
bottle that tell you specifically not to inhale bleach.
Hey, look.
You shouldn't inhale any chemicals.
I mean, yeah, you
Yeah.
shouldn't inhale any chemicals, but like, you know, Lysol and bleach, you know, we
Oh
clean
my
with that. We clean with that. We
You
clean
shouldn't
with
do
that.
it, period. You shouldn't do it.
I'm not opening the
shouldn't
bottle
eat
and like huffing it.
chemical-
Damn.
chemicals. You shouldn't smell chemicals.
My man's is sticking his head over the bucket like,
Please
Eventually.
don't mix chemicals.
oh yeah, that's that good stuff. Oh,
Got a towel over his head, covering it, getting a little
Yeah,
seal
just-
going.
Please don't
Got
do
them
any of
vapors
this.
coming up.
Kids. We are not
Really
promoting
open
this.
the pores.
We are not promoting the smelling
Ah,
or
No,
sniffing.
100%. Don't do any of the things we're saying.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like 3,000% don't do none of this, dog.
We're just.
I'm just weird. I'm
We're
just
highlighting what he
weird
does.
because I clean everything in my house with bleach, dog. Like everything.
Yeah, I think we should stop this story now because that was a fun
let me guess,
fact.
leaving
but,
your toilet.
you know,
Yeah, we should. Yeah,
Yeah,
we should go.
let's move over to the interesting fact that I
the
actually-
bottom, not the inside.
I'm about to say, like, they make toilet bowl cleaners.
Yeah. No,
Know this,
I
right?
put comment on the inside.
So yeah, the interesting fact that we had was that as we all know, the finals came out the day the Game Awards came out.
Yeah, I shared
There has
that
been
one.
an article
and
put out recently that the finals is actually outperforming Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 on Steam.
Hell yeah.
where's Blicky?
When it comes
Because
to
you said
concurrent
Blicky's playing
players.
it.
Concurrent players. As a matter
I'm
of
gonna
fact,
try it.
the top the
That's really
list
fun.
of games
Oh, you
that
play
had
it?
the highest number
Yeah,
of
I played the
concurrent
beta.
players at this time was CS2, Dota 2, the finals, Baldur's Gate 3, and PUBG.
Oh, PUBG still a thing?
Yes,
Yeah, surprisingly.
still really big too.
That's wild.
Yeah, like I believe it was Game Rant that reported that the finals is out doing. And again, this is only Steam numbers. Even though the finals, when it came out, It was released on many platforms, so like it was available on PCs, basically Steam. It was available on PlayStation, Xbox. Like it's available pretty much almost everywhere. But at this time, the Steam numbers are the only numbers that I believe that they have. The concurrent player metrics basically from Steam, because as we know, Microsoft doesn't give out their numbers. I have never seen Sony give out numbers. And we also count the fact that I believe Call of Duty has, if you buy it directly from Activision, it has its own launcher. Or its own store that you can, like, I think Activision has its own store that you can purchase Call of Duty from, and so you can't count that metric in there either because the data is not present. So you know, that was actually one of the, you know, fun facts of the week. And let me be clear, the finals looks like it's a really good game. I believe Blicky was playing it earlier.
I need to get his input.
He didn't show up today.
I need to get his input because I'm thinking about really downloading it.
I mean, it's free, so you know.
Yeah. I'm looking at it on Steam.
I'm gonna say this: I haven't seen a game with that level of like destruction since
Right.
Since like Red Faction Guerrilla. That's like the last time I seen a game that's had that like crazy level of level destruction in it. It's really fun.
Right. Install. Boom. There we go.
I was just everybody played.
Oh,
I'm installing it because I love Call of Duty. So like, I want to see if, you know,
Apparently, people are complaining
if it outperforms it.
Apparently, the only complaints I'm seeing now on Steam are like people getting outplayed by Chinese players.
That's been a complaint for like the last year.
Getting
like
better
most games.
Like.
Goji Empire said the finals is but if it's free, it's for me. And, you know, I haven't played. I actually haven't played it at all. I have heard complaints about the finals on as far as its whatchamacallit.
Is it on?
Wasn't it the time to kill?
No, it's not the time to kill. The tutorial. I heard the tutorial was trash. Like, I mean, if a game doesn't teach you how to play it,
the game is kind of straightforward.
It's an FPS, damn it!
Like it's a shooter.
It's kind of straightforward. Really,
it's an FPS. What else do you need?
It's like it's bare bones, but the game is very straightforward about what it wants you to do.
Yeah, kill people, get money, boom.
But again, people like literally sometimes need their handheld.
I mean,
an annoying degree.
What about those? What about
honestly, like in my opinion,
who don't necessarily play a lot of FPS or who are not very familiar with FPS? What about the little nuances of the game? You know what I mean? Like the certain.
Then read the
yeah.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure like the game pops up
very,
little notes
in your face about how the game works, and very like
my bad.
The game is very like in your face about how it works and very much to the point about what the objective is. So if people are still confused after that point, I don't know what to tell you.
One of the games said
that's a you thing.
Definitely need
that's a you thing.
You definitely need a squad.
There's extra mechanics, but that's like in any game that there's like advanced mechanics that you can do.
Right.
But
nothing left to do but win. Said trash.
Yeah, that's our friend of the show, Chaotic.
Oh no, I felt like
that Chaotic.
Teammates from more.
Yes, sir. I sent them
over.
He
said there's a lot of extra mechanics that it barely elaborates on.
Yeah, see, and this is why he said that the finals is because you know you gotta figure out how to cash out. You gotta like there are different game modes of that nature. So if the game doesn't explain it, then
I mean I understood it.
I mean, okay, well, if that's the thing, like I did kind of feel a little like remember when you had me play what's it called Eternal?
You had him play
Eternal Return.
Eternal Return, yeah. Eternal Return, yeah. The tutorial was straightforward, but at the same time, like once you got into like actual gameplay with other people, it did not feel like the tutorial, like at all.
Then again, Eternal Return, they made you play like 3 or 4 matches of tutorial.
Right.
Like they took you through all of the mechanics.
It's just straightforward too. It's literally a battle royale.
Yeah, but like once I started, like once I got into it, it's like now I'm like the level of adaptability that you need from like jump, like of like how fast you need to farm and build your build, and how god awfully retarded it is. Like it is very difficult to get your my bad. It is very difficult to build what are the gold tier items?
Yes.
But the game basically explained like it all right.
But it does teach you how to do
item.
Yeah, the resources become really limited.
Building it though. It literally tells you what items you need to build that thing.
Yeah, it does, and it tells you where to get them. But they're really limited though.
Well, yeah, it's to build a gold. It's a legendary item. Of course, it's going to be limited. You can build all the way up to purple with no problem. When you get to the gold one, you obviously have to go and find those items, and it's not going to be easy.
Right, and they have, and like you need certain resources that are like only pop up on the map every what is it 2 minutes when the tree of life pops up.
The tree of life,
the meteorite, yeah. And it's like there's certain characters in that game where they are weak as hell until you get them to their last build. And then there's that one character. Which one was it that was bodying us to do with the hammer? I think it was.
Oh, he's a tank. He's a tank.
Yeah. Dude was a tank, but he's bodying dude was out damaging my mage, and he wasn't even like halfway through his build.
He was a squishy. What'd you expect?
Yeah, but he was a tank. It's called Eternal Return. It's actually like a League of Legends style, but it's a battle royale. But it's also like it's a League of Legends style battle royale.
Like even I understand he's a tank, but Jesus Christ, the damage output he did.
But
ridiculous.
I mean, but you play League, you can't tell me there's not tanks in that also can do the same shit.
Yes, but that's.
I mean, but they balance the hell out of it.
I was gonna say that's bad balance.
Not saying that the balancing is always good, but they like if something is broken. Look how many times that they've touched on Zeri, for instance. Like Zeri was touched every single patch.
Yeah, Zeri got a buff and another buff, then a massive nerf.
Oh snap! You got an AI camera too.
Then a nerf.
Podcast.
Yeah.
I think one of the only League of Legends champs that hasn't been touched in a while, and I really, really feel like she needs to, is Akali.
But I mean, how do you balance? But here's the thing: how do you balance out a game with over 100 something characters?
League talk.
It is league talk.
It is.
Dude, you gotta start playing on PC, bro. Some games, you know what I mean. League is
some games. There ain't gotta be too many.
But you know, it catches me every once in a while. I'll play for a while and then go about doing my other things. By the way, Chaotic Flame, he said, "Hey guys, I hope you can make." He hopes he can make it to the next one. Not sure if we see his comments, but keep pushing.
Oh, I see it.
So I'll definitely, definitely say what's up. You're always welcome. I'll provide you with a way for you to come on in and be a guest. Just let me know ahead of time that you'll make it to it every Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Like I said, I promote it all the time. So by all means, I thank you very much for joining. You're just as much welcome here as anyone else. And explain in Pokemon Unite terms. Okay, so I'm actually a Pokemon Unite player.
Oh man!
Like I am not. I've actually made master rank. I want to say 4 times.
I got Pikachu out here bodying
constantly. So this hammer dude that he's referring to is what Mewtwo Y was upon release. Okay, and What we need it to be as a tank is what Mewtwo Y is now. But I don't know what's going on. But I will say this. With Eternal Return, they do updates, but they don't do them very quickly. So, for example, when Sylveon came out, and Sylveon was so broken and overpowered that people complained about it like to no end, they made sure to nerf Sylveon within 24 hours.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's how bad
He
it
was.
Like
That bad?
Yeah, Sylveon was that bad. They nerfed it within 24 hours.
So I guess he was bodying people on first build.
Yeah.
Yo.
And very often when they release new Pokemon, they come out broken levels of overpowered, and then they bring it back down.
I mean, that's how it is with like League too. It's like as soon as a champion comes out, broken. I remember when Aurelion Soul first came out. Aurelion Soul was probably
in MOBAs you get you get one or two extremes. They're either really broken or they're really just trash on launch.
And that's how Aurelion Soul was. That's how Aurelion Soul was. Aurelion Soul came out. He was weak as utter dog water, and then they buffed him, and he was viable in like the least desirable way. But when they reworked him, his whole kit, oh man, Space Puppy was amazing.
By the way, Goji Senpai, I will also let you know on Pokemon Unite, apparently I have a tendency to play the most broken Pokemon in the game. And so I was a Mewtwo Y main. I was a Glaceon main. I was a Gardevoir main when Gardevoir first dropped. I'm a Mimikyu main now. I never mained Inteleon because it was buns.
I don't even know what that is.
What's a Mimikyu? Yeah. Is that like a Ditto?
No, a Mimikyu is a ghost type Pokemon that never got any attention. And so the story behind Mimikyu is that it looks like a broken Pikachu.
Oh, that thing.
Oh,
yeah.
that thing.
Yeah. So it basically puts a cover on to make it look like a Pikachu because Pikachu is the most popular Pokemon. And Mimikyu was always, it's a really sad story. It's really weird too. So you never see what Mimikyu's real body looks like. All you see is that broken Pikachu looking form. It looks like really crazy.
It looks like a Pikachu puppet.
Yes, it looks like a Pikachu puppet.
I was gonna say it looks like a Five Nights at Freddy's Pikachu.
Nah. But if you and when you hit Mimikyu, so you know it looks like a Pikachu puppet. When you hit Mimikyu and it takes enough damage, the neck breaks. So then Pikachu head starts moving like this. And so it moves
weird.
So it moves around looking like a little bit too.
Is that okay for kids?
Yeah,
Nintendo got really weird.
That's the fake Pikachu with the droop.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a Ditto who put.
It's not a Ditto. It's a ghost. So, but it's really self-conscious because nobody ever pays attention to it and it was never seen. So it was like, all right, I'm gonna put this cover on. Y'all gonna see me because Pikachus are popular. You know what I'm saying? But then you can't ever lift up the cover because nobody who's ever lifted up if you lift up the cover, you mysteriously disappear. Like it basically kills you.
What?
It's a crazy story. You gotta look up the story.
I always look at
Pikachu is basically stories.
Yeah,
dark.
The backgrounds to these Pokemon are very intriguing. Wow.
That makes me want to go look up the background of a lot of these Pokemon. What's the background of like NK and Suicune?
They're legendary dogs.
Yeah, legendary.
That's it.
I mean, they're basically the Bumble,
but they're guardians. So
they're guardian deities.
Guardians of the
they're guardian deities. They're legendary. Like when you call it, when anything that's like a legendary, except for like maybe Mewtwo, they're considered guardians or celestial beings. Like Celebi is essentially a celestial being.
Okay.
So most of the time when you get to those legendary statuses,
what about Mew?
Mew is
it's a whole movie. It's a whole movie about Mew.
Yeah, there's
a legendary. Mew's a legendary. Mewtwo was a clone of.
Yeah, Mewtwo was a lab created clone, but what was Mew originally?
Mew was like a god.
Yeah,
Mew was like a god of Pokemon. Like Mew was literally legendary.
Arceus is
the god of Pokemon.
Yeah,
and matter of fact, I believe he was
world and
the
shit.
father of all Pokemon or something like. It was something weird like that. So
And then ends up becoming your slave.
Yeah, to climb up.
trust me, just
Somehow.
look over.
Somehow the god of Pokemon ends up becoming basically your slave.
That's
Well,
That's
Mew
so
never
weird.
became a slave. They just
No, I'm saying
cloned him.
Arceus.
Huh?
No, he's saying the whole concept of capturing
Arceus.
Arceus is silly because Arceus is literally like the god of the universe, and effectively,
Yeah.
Right. Well, again,
Put him in
Arceus
a
would be
little
like the
Pokeball.
god of creation or what created whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like if you play Legend Arceus, like you again, it provides more exposition. But a lot of the canon Pokemon stuff, you can like if you start reading up on them, you'll be like, yo, this is crazy. And even Goji Senpai, he said, yeah, one day just sit down and read the Pokédex entries of certain Pokemon. But like he said, he would absolutely sit down and just watch Pokemon backgrounds.
Well, they were high as fuck when they wrote some of this stuff.
Yikes.
They were definitely high.
Wow.
Especially Drifloon.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
what?
Balloon Pokemon. So
Drifloon?
we don't have much time left, so I'm just gonna rapid fire a couple more things. Just a quick plot point. E3 permanently canceled. There's no more E3. We know that they canceled the last-
Princess pay respects.
yeah, we know that they canceled the last couple of shows. But now the company has shut the actual production down. They're not going to try anymore. There's no more E3 going forward.
I called it.
All of our game reveals and things like that are going to have to come from things like the Game Awards, Tokyo Game Show, things like that. Even though the Game Awards has gotten a lot of flack for it becoming not an award show, but more of
Let
a
him cook.
Let
him cook. I know he wants to cook.
It's not
Let
an
him
award
cook.
show, but it's kind of a
Yo.
showcase for new game trailers, and we're not celebrating the game developers as
Let
we
me.
Yeah, let him cook on the
because
Game
you kind of
Awards.
made a face and was like,
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Additionally, Skull and Bones is coming out in February. We're going to loop back to the Game Awards because this is going to be a topic for quite a while.
Holy crap.
But Skull and Bones
More-
is finally coming out in February. It
That's
has release date February 16th. I did want to get into what the expectations were that were set for Skull and Bones versus like what are you expecting from Skull and Bones versus what it's actually going to be. Another quick note: Insomniac was hacked apparently, or allegedly. Sony kind of confirmed that they weren't hacked, but they're looking into the source of the Insomniac hack. And some details for the Wolverine game have been stolen, along with some of the employees' information. And the group that has hacked and stolen this information is essentially threatening to release this information to the public or to the black market or whatever if they don't get paid within 7 days. This happened yesterday.
They're doing this for
$2 million.
$2 million.
You're lagging hard, baby boy.
Oh, he said they're doing it for $200 million. Essentially, I know.
$2 million.
No,
That was
$2 million.
Oh,
No, it's $2 million.
All right, $2 million.
Oh man,
Y'all about to go to prison for $2 million.
that's wild.
That's a
I
pretty
mean,
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Oh,
No,
also,
bro. They're
you wanted the
stupid.
history of the legendary dogs, Suicune,
Yeah, I see
Inkay,
it.
and Raikou. And
Yeah,
he said
well-
basically they were a Vaporeon, a Flareon, and a Jolteon that got trapped in a burning tower, and Ho-Oh reincarnated them with as the legendary protectors of Johto. So
That's about right.
Yeah, that is wild.
time traveling.
So I would try and get this wrapped up in 4 minutes and 30 seconds as best as possible. My problem with the Game Awards, all right, is pretty simple. All right. You go and you watch any goddamn award show out there, be it the Oscars, the Dice Awards, for if you want to go to the gaming route, the Country Music Awards. Go to any of these freaking awards. All right. There's a key part of that that's in there. There's a key word. Awards.
another one.
All right. I want to say that there was a math done that was like 19% of the show in total was dedicated to the awards. All right,
12 minutes.
like that is bullshit.
12 minutes of total time out of what, 4 hours?
Something like
Yeah.
that. It's complete and utter bullshit. All right, you want to sit there and you want to call yourself the premier award show? Fuck yourself. All right, you're not the premier award show. All right, to be the premier award show, you have to be an award show. You are E3 with an awards packaging, and you know what? I would be fine with that if you were going for E3 with awards packaging. That's not how you started. You got started with awards. Stop bringing Hollywood A-listers in. Stop wasting time with premieres. If you want to become the new E3, have it be a whole goddamn day thing. Have it be in the morning. You kick it off with your presentations and stuff for the stuff that's coming. You want to be the new E3? There you go. Then you wrap off that night with the awards ceremonies, where you keep the biggest premieres for that. You block off 2 or 3 segments for the biggest reveals to keep people watching. You drop the Hollywood nonsense. And you focus on bringing the voice actors in who make the games. You focus on, and I understand that we're getting, this is another fucking problem entirely. I understand that we're getting Hollywood. Yes, the Games Showcase would be a much better name. All right, that would be infinitely better.
Honestly.
But I don't want Hollywood actors in my video games. I don't want Hollywood actors anywhere near them. All right, I think it's cool that games are getting to that mainstream point now. But our voice actors, they're not just voice actors anymore. They're becoming actors in their own rights.
And they're great.
They already don't get enough respect as an industry. Stop shitting on them by bringing Hollywood A-listers in. Like, let the games industry be its own Hollywood. Just let the games industry exist. If the occasional movie star wants to cross in, that's fine. They don't need to be at the freaking Game Awards now. I don't care about Simu Liu's freaking ACL. I don't care about Matthew McConaughey's monotone voice acting. I don't care about any of that. What?
I'm not even arguing with you on that. I agree.
Nobody's arguing with you on none of it.
I'm letting you.
I'm gonna just say this because, like, for our voice actors, some of those voice actors started off as straight up actors before they were voice actors.
100%. And like a lot
like
of them
Christopher Judge.
Yes. And like, it's not to be disrespectful to Hollywood or anything. It's just like, if you've only done one game, you don't like. I don't need to hear you go on for 10 minutes about random shit. That's true. If you don't have a whole, like, there are people, like, I hated the fact that they got Chris Pratt for the Mario movie, right? Like, I understood it, name value and all that stuff. That's fine. But who has bigger name value than Super Mario?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Charles Martinet is who we've all heard as Mario.
Now we're not even hearing him in games anymore.
Yeah, we're not even hearing him in games.
He's not Mario anymore.
Well, I mean, he retired from that. He's an ambassador now for Nintendo. But
he should have been the last. They should have let him voice Mario in the movie as his last final hurrah as Mario. In my opinion.
Yeah, it's just frustrating. It's just one of those things where I think game developers deserve more respect. I think that game voice actors deserve more respect. I think the industry needs to stop letting people like Jeff Neely use them as stepping stones for their own fame and fortune. Like, that's all Jeff's using this for. He may have at one point loved the games industry. He might still love the games industry, but like, he's using it to make a name for himself in a very selfish way, and he's convincing himself that he's giving back in some way, and he's not. He's not.
I mean, for me, rapid firing awards. Oh, the winner for this is this. The winner for this is this person. The winner for that is this group. The winner for this is this game. Rapid firing 7 awards, not giving nobody an opportunity to speak. And then when you do give someone an opportunity to speak, for instance, Game of the Year, if you let nobody talk, at least let your big winner of the night have a little bit of time. 60 seconds? 60 seconds probably starts ticking when you get up out of your seat. So when you get up there, you talk for 30 seconds, and then all of a sudden music starts playing you off. You're talking about one of your colleagues who passed away during development or after development or whatever the case, who helped make this game, which got voted Game of the Year and won so many other awards. And you're getting played off with a big sign up there that says, "Please wrap it up." flashing at you.
Boy, let me tell you.
Here's
if I die, if I die and y'all had to accept an award, they better let y'all motherfuckers talk for as long as possible. Fuck all that. Yo. Ain't gonna be no 2 minutes. Hell no, they talking about me.
Well, it's
50 seconds.
it's just so frustrating. Like, they can do better. They should do better, and I hope that next year they improve or they change direction. Go with the game showcase. That would be fine too. Like, just don't call it the premiere award show and then treat it like a joke.
Or just do what you're saying. Make it a mini E3. Do 1 day of reveals, trailers, all that shit, and then have a dedicated award show. It's kind of like if WWE can fucking do it right with the Hall of Fame, they just have its own dedicated sideshow after SmackDown happens. They air it. Everyone goes up, gets their awards, show video vignettes for everyone who like passed away, get the awards away. Boom, done. 45 minutes to an hour. We're done. It's like cool.
Yep,
So,
you could even have a segment for all the celebrating the game devs who passed away over the years, giving them like a memory, like any game
Like
devs,
Oscars
have a
does.
memorial.
They didn't acknowledge anybody who passed away. They didn't acknowledge not one person who lost their job. When we have had thousands of people in this industry laid off just this year, not just counting this, just this year alone, so many people have lost their
Who
jobs.
also helped put out some of those games that were
Amazing
nominated.
games.
Right.
I would have liked to see that, but
No
that is one of the few things that's steel manning for him. I can understand not having that there, but I think it probably would have been better. Yeah, 100%. But do I understand sweeping that under the rug? I do. I don't agree with it necessarily. I don't get as upset about these things because I don't think everything. Yeah, I mean, the labor issue is always at the forefront of most things, and I don't know that that's his obligation to platform it, because he has a working relationship with the corporate side. He doesn't have a working relationship with the developers, as far as I'm concerned. He has a working relationship with the people who publish them.
Okay.
Unless
They
you
have
name
a
Kojima.
relationship with Hideo Kojima.
Yeah, well, that's it. But
Yeah, exactly.
Lord have mercy.
yeah, he does. But Kojima owns the studio, though.
Yeah.
You know, like
Kojima actually built his own studio.
As much as I love Kojima, look, as much as I love Kojima is also a part of the problem too.
yes.
With the piecing at the Hollywood stuff. Like, dude, you want to be in Hollywood, you probably want to be a movie director and all that. I get it. I get your goals. I get your dreams. I understand that. But at the same time, you started off in video games. Like,
You okay?
I remember when Kiefer Sutherland
You alive?
in
Phantom Pain.
Metal Gear 5. At first, I was like, "Oh yeah, that's cool," but not. I went and thought. I went and sat back and thought about it. I was like, "Yo, that low-key was actually disrespectful."
It was disrespectful.
Because he replaced the job.
There's no reason they couldn't have kept David Hayter. They just didn't like his ideas for the contract payment. But then it's like, I'm sure y'all paid more for Kiefer Sutherland than you did for David Hayter.
Oh, they definitely
so
did.
It's like, it just didn't make any sense.
But again,
and he's a part of the problem.
And Hollywood A-listers.
And I love Jordan Peele.
Voice actors.
I love Jordan Peele, but didn't need to be up there.
Well,
As much as I love
he's actually developing it.
with Kojima. So that's kind of that he kind of did. He's technically helping to write that.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rein this back in real quick. This falls into the category of, would this have fallen under the big 3 reveals of the night if under my new format? I don't think it would have been.
Is that one of the big 3 reveals of the night?
Yeah, like, would you say? Like, I guess it could be. Yeah, I guess
it was because he came out through the PT door and
yeah, I guess
like that was one of the big reveals of the night that people were talking about. Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, then Komori was a big reveal of the night because you had the woman who was behind that game come out and
that wasn't as big as
the Asian girl.
Yeah,
but that wasn't as big as OG.
I
like that one.
We like that.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, bro.
Oh yeah. But so.
You sign off, Rajan?
Yeah.
All right, Rajan.
Brother.
I would
See you
like
next
to be here next week too. So peace out, y'all.
All right.
Take care, Roger.
As you can see, we're coming to our end point, but I just wanted to let you know, the Game Awards thing, there's a lot of things that we could take away from the Game Awards. There's a lot of things that we could ask for as far as change goes. And I'm actually with you on all of those points, Tom. Another thing that absolutely.
Yeah.
Another thing that I wanted to mention was during the Game Awards, there was actually something that they were supposed to do. So they were supposed to be giving away the Asus ROG handhelds. No. It was the Lenovo Legion Goes. They were supposed to be giving away Lenovo Legion Goes, and they were supposed to be giving away Steam Deck OLEDs. They had on their website. They had
that shit was broken
down the whole time.
Yeah,
that shit was broken. I was mad.
I mean, within the last half an hour out of an almost 4-hour show was when you could actually even register. So, I mean, there are definitely some things granted, we love the fact that you're giving away stuff. Last year you gave away I believe you gave away a Steam Deck every, what was it? It was a Steam Deck every minute.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, they gave away a Steam Deck every minute. So they ended up giving away 150 Steam Decks. This time, but they did.
I didn't get one,
but I didn't get one either. But again, I have one, so it's whatever. But this time you just had to sign up through one of those websites, and it was available. It wasn't just available here in the States; it was also available in other qualifying regions like the UK. So it was actually more of an international giveaway than it was just for the US. Some of the top trailers for me from the Game Awards, though, I'm gonna have to say, let's see, Metaphor from the creators of Persona 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else?
I got that opened up on a tab.
Monster Hunter Wilds.
Oh,
Kimori. Mecha Break.
Yeah.
All those games looked amazing. Stormgate reminded me very much of old StarCraft. So I definitely want to play a little bit of that.
And Chris Metzen's doing the writing for that, so I'm excited to see what he's done with that. So.
And Loon, as of today, there's a Warframe update. All the new content is supposed to be out today.
After this, I will be.
Yes, sir.
Go for it. Go ahead.
What?
I mean, yeah, but
I mean, he's not wrong.
Melissa Joan Hart has a role as a grandmother in a made-for-TV movie.
Clarissa explains it all as a grandmother in a movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she's 49.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
That's also some. Yeah. My boss actually just met her and had her sign her Sabrina the Teenage Witch Pop.
Hold on, wait.
And so she's 47 or 49 or something like that. But yeah, my boss met her. I was like, really? She's that much older than us?
I just
mind blowing.
I'm done.
I mean, we can't be done. We can't be done.
What show? What movie? What's the movie?
I'll find it for you when we're off the air. I was just cruising through Twitter
and boom. But yeah, Melissa Joan Hart.
I don't like that. Does not feel good. No, I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all, bro. That is. Oh God.
Now, what I also want to bring up was there was a game that actually caught my attention besides Monster Hunter Wilds. We know, the second that Monster Hunter is announced, I gotta go. I'm going to the bathroom because I need some alone time. It's Monster Hunter, yay! Let me go in there and squeeze in peace. But
what are you gonna do?
I'm about to go too. I'm about to play some
Call of Duty. Oh no, I wasn't actually saying that I was gonna go. I'm saying that
I am.
They announced Monster Hunter. Yeah, you look like you were sleeping already.
Bro, they blue balled us.
Who?
When I said, "Hey, Token, you okay? You dying?" You were in that camera. You were
okay. I'm okay.
Your eyes was going down
Bro, Monster Hunter Wilds was getting a lap dance, and then It's like, oh, by the way, I gotta go. Sorry. Like, wait, hold on, whoa, wait, what? Where are you going?
Yeah, but
See you in the summertime.
I'm gonna see y'all later.
I gotta wait. What?
All right, Token.
All right, Token.
Now, I will also say that Rise of the Ronin, the first Berserker, those also caught my attention. Like, so we got a lot of stuff that's coming between early to mid 2020 or just sometime in 2024. I don't even want to put dates on it because if they don't put a date on it, I'm not putting a date on it. So we got a lot of stuff coming in 2024, and then we got some great things coming in 2025 as well. So there's a lot to look forward to. Next week we can definitely go over some of the trailers if you guys want. We can showcase some of them. I know where we can find just trailers and none of the fluff. And the last thing that I want to make mention of before we fully wrap up is that Fortnite has added some new modes and they are permanent. So if you have an opportunity and you're into things like survival games, Lego Fortnite, I'm hearing is really fun. It's permanent. Rocket Racing, same people who make Rocket League, they did a collaboration. That mode is also permanent.
And the I think it's called Fortnite Festival. It's basically a band, and it's fantastic. I was
he said 2024 is a filler year. 2025 is when all the good stuff comes out. I mean,
whoa, Rebirth.
No, I don't know if I agree with that per se.
Rebirth, Tekken 8.
Final Fantasy Rebirth, Tekken 8, Dragon's Dogma 2. Right now, we have 2 games that we know that are coming out in 2025 that are going to be super bangers, and that
next month is Tekken 8,
Grand Theft Auto, and Monster Hunter Wilds. I mean, that's enough to crush a year anyway. But if
I only got Tekken 8 in Final Fantasy, I'll be happy with that for this year.
We got a whole year to see what actually happens. I feel like it's going to be hard pressed for 2024 to follow up like 2023 did. Like there were so many good games this year, and
so many games I couldn't get all of them. So it's like, if 2024 is less of that, I'm fine with that. That means I actually get to play all of them and not feel.
I just don't want a dry spell. If that,
I get what you mean. I
don't want it to be a dry. There's games, but they're all right. Nothing's like a big hit. Like we got to have something. And I mean, I guess Rebirth or Dragon's Dogma might be that.
I get what you mean.
He said if they actually drop next year, Dragon's Dogma is probably going to be pretty set. They already have a release date. That one's March 22nd. Tekken 8 is January the 24th, I believe. So, yeah, I mean, we know Tekken is a guarantee. I think Dragon's Dogma is a guarantee. I don't think they push Dragon's Dogma back too much.
No.
And they released their trailer and started doing their announcements actually close to what their release date is. So I think that they're pretty much on schedule. Monster Hunter is usually like that too.
Yeah.
I don't know about Final Fantasy. That's Tetsuya Nomura and his bullshit. But anyway, so I want to thank everybody for coming. I want to thank everybody for joining us this evening. I want to wish you all well. And I want to say, if you ever have something that you want to do, if you're pursuing anything, if you have goals, even if you just want to play a game or you're thinking about playing a game or getting a game and, you don't really know if you like it, just get started. Just press the start button, and by all means, go ahead and continue to chase your dreams. I thank you all for joining us, and we will see